things about slack.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello. It is Tuesday, and here we are. And it really does feel like a Tuesday, I'll be honest with you.
What does that mean?
Well, I feel everybody's kind of dragging a little bit.
Oh.
Or is that just me putting it out there?
I think you're projecting. I'm ready.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
After
When
a
I was
quick nap,
walking down
I'm good.
when I was walking down the hallway, just looking in the other studios, every single person was yawning as I was walking by.
You just had the wave of yawn?
It was a wave of yawn. I think it was AD, and it was Casey next door, and somebody from Courtney's show. Everybody, mouth open, full yawn.
Not here.
How'd that make you feel?
Not that girl, huh? How'd that make me feel? More tired.
Did you participate?
All good, though, yes. Yes. Hey, maybe you guys know the answer to this. My neighbor texted me yesterday, and a deer, I gotta get this right here. A deer had died on her property.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. the deer.
And what to do?
Yeah.
Get the lawnmower and just...
Any idea who I call for a dead deer in front of bush?
Don't you call the natural
Call your uncle.
MoDOT or the Missouri Department of Conservation and they'll come and get it?
Animal control?
Yeah, you can call...
Well, I know the city won't.
Or do they no longer control since it's no longer an animal?
But
I think the city said if the city of Wildwood said, we'll come get it if it's not on private property.
Okay, because I think the state of Missouri would probably want to see why the deer died. They'd probably do tests to see.
Oh, so is it a Missouri Department of
I
Conservation
would call the yeah.
I would. Or if you have that Hoosierific uncle that you know will eat it, call him.
Yep.
Oh, well, Moon sent me an article the other day about the chronic wasting disease. Remember that article you sent me? That's like that.
That was a while ago.
Last week. It was.
It was last week? Wow.
It's that disease that is.
Yeah.
Wasting. Chronically.
It's in a lot of deer now. Mm-hmm. And a couple hunters ate their.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that article.
Yeah.
That was more about the hunters because they didn't fare well.
No, they ate a deer that had this chronic wasting disease, and they got sick and they perished.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they did they I don't remember if they killed him or not, but they jerkied him out and did all that kind of stuff, ate the jerky and they killed him.
Oh, jerkied him out. Good.
Jerkied him out. You know what I'm saying?
Beef jerky.
What a way to go.
Yeah, jerking him out, and that's it.
What a way to pass on.
Yeah, listen, I suggested, taking the deer and then dragging it out on the street and going, oh, it's out on the street.
Look at that. It's on public property.
It's on public property. Uh-oh.
Don't know how it got there.
How'd it get there?
Pay no mind to the bloody trail leading back to my backyard.
Yeah, I said, you're asking the wrong person. If it's fresh, call the wolf sanctuary.
Okay,
They could feed it to him.
Well, that's a nice thing to do.
I guess so. I said, I'm not. What do I know?
Call the Department of... Why are people asking you?
Why people? I'm the absolute last person to ask.
I don't even know what I would call to ask you if I had... Like, if something random happened, I don't know. Unless I was in New York and something New Yorkish
What can you
happened.
call me up for advice for?
Well, like food.
What do you need done?
Oh, no, my car broke down. What do I do in New York?
Nope. Don't call
Best
me.
way to make hummus.
Hey, there are wildlife.
If you have a culinary question,
That's it.
I'll be your guy.
something about an Italian sauce.
Yeah. Hey.
There
You
are
know what? My culinary expertise spans many different.
It does.
dishes.
I just
It
don't want to
does.
be yelled at.
Okay.
And some of the stuff you're going to end up yelling.
I don't
Yeah.
even want to bother you, to be honest. I
I
would
appreciate
call
that.
at least 50
Thank you.
people before you about literally anything.
Thank you.
I got this seasoning or this salt. No! That's not what you want. Put that away.
So who do you call?
Well, I don't know, but there are a lot of different wildlife removal companies. There are actually a bunch of companies that say, call us.
And the Missouri Department of Conservation, it says that to call if the deer looks sick,
Oh, it
especially
looks very
skinny,
sick
if
since
it's
it's
skinny
dead.
or acting oddly, or if it has 3 or more other dead mammals within its...
I think it's sick because it's dead.
Yeah.
It says most municipalities have strict regulations regarding any burial of dead animals, so check the guidelines covering everything from proximity to water wells to burial depth. Furthermore, if you approach a dead deer, you're putting yourself at risk of contracting
Well, what you're
diseases.
supposed to do is poke it with a stick first.
No, you're supposed to put a balloon on it.
That's
that says,
right.
Get well soon.
Yeah.
Get well soon.
If it's in Shelbina's always fun during deer season because you just see every tree basically has a dead deer hanging in it.
Yeah,
drying
well.
out.
I will
It
not
looks
be
pretty
driving
awesome.
through Shelbina. Thank you for that.
make Lern sad.
PSA. I would be sad.
No, I went to Wildwood's website and report a dead animal in public right away.
The city of St. Louis offers free dead animal removal services in case of any dead animal carcasses on
On the
public
road,
lands,
that's what they say. Dead animal in public right away. Please use this. So you're supposed to send them an email. Wildwood cannot service dead animals on the following properties. Any private property.
Yeah, but it says here examples might
So
include
let's move it to the road.
examples might include roadkills such as deer or a dead raccoon in a county park. So there you go. Dump them in the county parks.
Nice.
I said just drag it out onto the street. If you have a dead animal on private property, you could place it in a trash bag, in your trash receptacle, or contact. Are they saying you could just throw it in the garbage?
Well, don't do
That's
that.
what I've done in the
That's going to
past.
make everything smell. Just go and
They say
bury
here
it.
you could put it in a trash bag.
That's what I've
in
done
your
in the
trash
past.
receptacle.
There
a
was
deer
a,
in a trash bag?
Bag it.
It's like
Let's go.
150 pounds.
What kind of bag is that?
I'm sure they're talking like probably like a raccoon.
Oh, okay.
I've done a raccoon. I've done the raccoon was in my attic. Done bunnies, unfortunately, because a coyote got in there and just ripped a couple nests to shreds. So the rest of the pieces ended up in a bag and a trash can. I don't know. I didn't know what else I was supposed to do with it, except for dump it in the county park
Yeah.
and then call the city.
Yeah. I said he just got like 150 pounds of inconvenience right there. That sucks.
Bummer.
Because if you call do you have to pay, right? I'm sure nobody does it for free.
Does what?
We'll come and take the carcass.
Oh, the companies? No. They
Yeah,
charge
you
you.
probably don't want the one that does it for free. Yes, I'll be by to pick it up.
That voice is weird. I'm freaked out, dude.
Chris says the 2 Hunter CWD deaths is being sensationalized by the media. A couple scientists said it was a possibility. It was not proven.
Oh, well.
Well,
So that article.
I don't know.
so what happened?
I don't know, man. If somebody kills a deer, on a hunt, I'll take some of that meat.
Heck yeah. My cousin.
I ain't scared.
My cousin Jason just gave us 2 big logs of deer jerky or deer sausage.
Well, there you
Pretty
go.
excited.
That's nice.
Here's a company in St. Louis. Removing dead animals is one of our most commonly requested services in both residential and commercial sectors of St. Louis. Certified wildlife specialists and animal removal officers. I am an animal removal officer. They will remove any dead animal from any St. Louis residence so you don't have to see it or smell it anymore.
What's this guy's name? Dale?
Zeke.
Now, this is a thing called critter control that I found.
Critter controller.
Yeah, I had to call somebody. I forget who it was to get a raccoon out of an attic, like a crawl space, and they got the live one out and found a dead one.
Oh, yeah.
But that was there was a pest control place.
Yeah, I've called Amco Ranger. We've had critters, crawling around in the attic or
Yeah.
whatever, and they'll come. They'll come remove them.
I befriend the critters and keep them in my house.
I want them out of there. Get them out of here. Get them out of here.
I bet you the Amcos and Rottlers and all them they probably do this too. They're probably a good person to call for this.
Oh, for
this
sure.
year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As far as hunting goes, have you ever gone hunting?
Hell, look at me. No.
Well, no,
absolutely
I don't know. You're from
Please.
Southern Illinois.
I'd be crying the whole time. No, my dad brought home a dead deer once. I was 5, and the jig was up. I was like, absolutely not.
Rafe, have you gone hunting?
Yeah.
Is it your thing?
No, I didn't get the gene. It was very unfortunate for my family. It was a very sad day for every uncle and cousin to find out that I didn't like to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and freeze my ass off to slay an herbivore.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, well, how exciting, guys.
Are you against
Deer
it?
is like I'm not against it if you eat the meat. You do you. I know that they have to be harvested. It's just not my thing. It's like, it's a deer. It's not like it's a bear. You know what I mean? I wasn't walking through the woods and it was kill or be killed. And there was this like,
Well, I mean, about like population control
I get that.
and stuff like that.
I'm glad they eat them.
I get
yeah,
that. As long as they're like, I like venison. Like if you give me some deer jerky, I'm all in. It's all good.
I'm the same way.
I got no problem with it. I don't want to collect it for myself. I'm capable, when the apocalypse happens, I understand how to hunt. I've learned that skill.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I practice. I don't get like buck fever or whatever it's called.
A rut?
My friends, or my dad, and I remember everybody going being like, whoa, and you get out there in that tree stand, dude, and you see that 10-point buck walk by, you're going to start to shake, and you're going to feel, I'm like, nah.
No, dude, that ain't me.
Nah, bruh. Wrong, cuh. I'm shaking because I'm cold. It's 4 a.m. in November, and I'm freezing.
Yeah, I understand the appeal to it. I get it.
Sure.
I've tried it. I've gone and sat in a deer stand, gone up at, 4 o'clock in the morning and.
Oh my God, you would have been complaining the entire time.
Well, yeah. I was told I was not
gear
pleasant.
sucks. It's so cold. I'm tired. Why am I doing this?
I was told I was not pleasant.
How tall does this ladder have to be?
I've killed a deer with a gun and a bow, and neither of them brought me any joy. So I was like, I'm out. We hunted with recurve bows. Do you know what those are? That's
No.
how hillbilly my family was. They were like, compound bows, cheating. You had to hunt with like a Native American bow.
Is that
You know
the
what I mean?
Robin Hood style?
Kinda, yeah. You had to like string it yourself.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
like,
it goes-
bend it.
Oh,
Goes
yeah. I
back.
tell you what, those compound bows now are so high tech.
Yeah.
The compound bows, yeah, I mean, you can shoot that across the state.
I mean, those are so high tech and
Yeah.
with the sights and.
That's the one you pull back and then you just, the trigger and it goes.
They have, they have pulleys on them, so when
Yeah,
you pull
pulleys.
them back, they're like,
Yeah, it's a little clip.
so if it's a 60-pound pull, when the pulleys break over, it's like, it's easier to hold it back because you're not like holding the tension of 60 pounds the whole
Right.
time.
I think my mom had one of those because when she and Jerry started dating, she got like a pink bow and was like acting like she was going to hunt something. It was a mess.
I see the appeal to it, and I think I would. I want to like it. It's like golf.
Yeah.
Like I like going out. I like being outside. Maybe if it's not good at it, I could shoot. But the time I went, I only went once.
Yeah, I would like.
We didn't see a damn thing.
I'd like to do target practice.
We didn't see a damn thing.
I don't mind shooting guns and bows at targets, like
Same.
fake targets. But for me, I would never be able to do. I would just die. Like if the apocalypse happens and I got to fend for myself, I'm eating poisonous berries and I'm gone.
R.I.P.
I got a
Do you know
buddy
which ones
who
are poisonous?
I got a buddy who goes to Maine once a year and goes bear hunting.
Wait,
Oh
so
wow.
you know which ones are poisonous? You're
I'm
you're just
eating
gonna
them
do it on purpose.
deliberately,
You're just
yeah.
gonna,
All right.
yeah, you're just
The
gonna
end
do
of
yourself
days,
in.
I'm
That's
out.
it.
I don't think I want to hang
Not
around.
interested.
That's it. Have you ever been hunting?
Yeah, when we were kids, Scott and I's oldest cousin took us on a couple of adventures. It was always rabbits, squirrels, and birds.
Yeah.
And
Quill.
and the one that really hit me hard, that kind of changed everything, still in my head as if it happened 10 minutes ago, was one of those long bows, like a recurve bow or whatever it was, and put an arrow right through a rabbit and went up to it, and I was like, whoa, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
This was too much. The hunt was fun. This isn't fun. And the only thing I remember is I was like, I remember turning to my cousin and going, well, what now? Like, are we gonna eat this thing? And he's like, the dogs can have it. And the next day we went out and there was nothing but like a gut left or something. And I just remember thinking, this was not an experience I would have liked to repeat. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I got traumatized early on that too. Same situation, almost.
Dude, I was probably 8 years old.
My dad shot a rabbit in our yard in a brush pile with a blunt arrow. Do you know what those are?
I don't think so.
So they don't even have a.
They don't have a tip.
No.
It's just for
They almost
archery?
look like a pool cue.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I've seen those. Yeah.
And I was too young, man. He shot it like right through the head with a blunt arrow from like point blank range because it was like sitting in the brush pile. And it was like pinned to the ground with the arrow and ran around the arrow.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I'll be talking about this in therapy later in life.
Oh, my
Even
God.
at that age, I was like, I pushed it up into the attic. I was like, whoop, this goes in the attic. This
Yeah.
doesn't stay. And I could tell he didn't get the reaction he thought he was going to get.
Every once in a while,
Oh,
when I
that's
go,
cool, Dad. I
Every
was
once in a
like,
while, when I go to the attic. There it is.
Yeah, every once in a while. Just now, when you start talking about it, dude, I zoned out for a second.
You could
and
hear
went
the
in the
squeal?
attic. Yeah.
Could hear the squeal.
Man.
I went in the attic. That's my Silence of the Lambs moment.
Oh,
I just
was
remember
enough.
like being like, even being young, I was like, whoa,
all right.
not cool.
What state hunts the most? I do have the numbers
Ooh, that's a great question.
Say, is this
per capita.
per cat? Okay, so I'm going to go Let's go Montana.
Montana's third.
Alaska.
Oh, duh.
No,
South Dakota.
Wyoming?
that's number 2, and number 1 is Wyoming. Most hunters per capita, Wyoming. Missouri's number 20.
Really? I thought we'd be higher.
I thought we'd be higher too.
Well, you city slickers scared to go hunting.
I thought we'd be higher too. For paid hunting license holders, 8.3 for every 100 people. 8.3 paid hunting license holders for every 100 people. So go Missouri.
Yeah.
Now, somebody says, Riz says he isn't scared of eating deer meat that somebody else kills, but doesn't trust somebody giving him morel mushrooms.
What's the difference?
He hates
Big
mushrooms.
difference. I hate mushrooms.
Okay.
There's also no poisonous deer lookalikes. I shot a deer, I think, but it might could have been a rattlesnake. Couldn't tell.
Right.
Here,
be
try
that
this.
Well, hey, remember a couple, maybe it was last year, we talked about that woman in Australia who fed her family mushrooms, wild mushrooms, and like 3 of them died.
Yeah.
This was on purpose?
Well, remember we had the story, and it was like an Australian woman cooked up, some mushrooms that she foraged for her family, and 3 people wound up dying. Well, apparently she did it on purpose, and she was in court last week. Australian woman appears in court charged with poisoning husband and his relatives with mushrooms. A woman accused of serving her ex-husband's parents and an aunt poisonous mushrooms with lunch. She was in court last Monday, charged with 3 counts of murder, 5 counts of attempted murder. Erin Patterson, 49 years old. She's in Melbourne prison. She's been held there since her arrest last November. Accused of killing her former in-laws, Don and Gail Patterson, both 70, and Gail's sister, Heather, age 66. All 3 died in a hospital days after consuming a meal at her house in July of last year. She's also accused of attempted murder of her ex-husband, Simon, at a lunch and on 3 previous occasions dating back to 2021. Simon that day did not accept an invitation to attend the deadly lunch.
Oh, really?
Nice.
She's also charged with attempted murder of Heather's husband, Ian. He spent 7 weeks in a hospital after the lunch. Police say the symptoms of the 4 sickened family members were consistent with poisoning from death cap mushrooms.
That's right.
Death cap.
The death cap mushrooms.
Death cap for...
Yeah, man, that can't be a pleasant death. Eating poisonous mushrooms. And the fact that this one guy spent 7 weeks in the hospital. 7 weeks.
Dang. Hope it tasted good.
It probably didn't.
And how about the ex-husband going, nah,
Yeah. Thanks, crazy. I'm
nah. I got the Evite. I'm going to say no.
Made the right choice.
No, I guess it is morel season. And I am seeing footage on the news and all over the internet of people frying up their morels. Have fun.
Man, I still haven't tried one.
You could
so
take,
good.
listen, the ones that were meant for me, you could take. You could take the ones that were set aside for me.
Can you get them at the
Split those
grocery
up.
store?
Maybe some
Some.
specialty. They go bad pretty fast, I
Yeah.
think. You got to pick them and get them, fry them up.
Well, I hear we're going to see the cicadas early.
Yeah. I watched CBS News over the weekend. It's going to be loud. It's going to be very loud, the cicadas.
They say here we're not going to get the double dose. Like here, they said the 2 broods are going to be out at the same time.
Right.
In the St. Louis area, I don't think we're getting the double dose.
Yeah, but if they're near you, it says it's going to be as loud as a vacuum cleaner.
That's awesome.
That sucks.
Yeah, and you know, like, so I watched one of these nature videos on how those cicadas work. So they're underground right now, and they feed on tree roots. So when they're larvae, they feed on the tree roots. And then after 17 years, they know.
Come on out.
Come on out.
Scientists don't understand why it's that long, though, and how they know, which is kind of cool. I like
They all
that there's
kind of
mystery.
they burrow their way out of the ground.
It's wild.
And they will climb up on a tree and they'll shed you'll see the exoskeletons.
Yeah.
They're fun to
awesome.
find.
My cats like to eat them.
I say my dog loves it.
Really?
Oh man,
Wonder if my dogs eat them.
she's
Like
after.
they feed on the roots and they'll come out of the ground like almost all at once.
It's going to water your lawn well, too, because when they disintegrate, and all the animals that are eating them are going to urinate, and so it's going to supplement the water.
Well,
load
and
on your
I'm already
lawn.
seeing the articles of, you could eat them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could eat them.
Yeah, ground them up.
Someday we
Fry 'em
will.
You could eat them. No, not we. I will be long dead by then.
Well,
The
Chef
grand-
will
the grand we.
deep fry and batter them and
Chef will if you would
chocolate
like,
them.
but I'm out.
They are one of the coolest animals. If you catch one and just kind of like look at it, like imagine. I mean, it's a freaking dinosaur. It's awesome looking. It looks like it came straight out of a movie, and it doesn't hurt me. And you
Oh,
can
yeah, they're
kinda check
harmless.
it out.
Yeah,
They're harmless.
crunchy little.
But you're going to
suckers.
see when they start coming out, all these articles. It's going to be on the news. It's going to be everywhere. Did you know you could eat them? And there are these restaurants that are now serving up cicadas.
We're going to take you there.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you're ready.
And then people like Moon are like, well, we will soon be all eating bugs.
Yes.
No. We will not be.
Well, then you better sharpen up your hunting skills.
Again,
pal.
I will give you my. You could have my portion.
All right, that's fine. Give me your mushrooms and bugs.
You can have my mushrooms and bugs. I'm out. Disgusting.
Chili's $20 cicada platter.
Chili's, cicada ribs.
We were eating those cheddar crickets on this show, like Skittles, after a minute.
Yeah, that we'd get at like the Butterfly House
Yeah,
So you've eaten those?
that they
but you won't-
served in the gift shop. I didn't
he
eat
wasn't eating them.
What'd you
I've
think?
only had
Sour cream and onion. You had one of the sour cream and onions, didn't you?
no, I never ate it.
Oh,
I had a bug at the Mexican restaurant.
the
Yeah.
tequila worm.
No,
Oh.
it was they served them on the side of
wait, it's like flash fried or something.
all it did is it would taste like whatever it was seasoned with.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, but then I said I did it and I don't need to do it again.
Does the little butt, is it full of liquid?
Of goo.
No, they're
Okay,
pretty
good.
dried out.
Oh, great.
I mean, I'm not eating them fresh. The only ones that I've ever had are dried out and
Yeah.
dusted.
I'm down. If they're dried out and there's no weird
Oh, those
gushing.
but those
Yeah, it's
cicadas
just-
are big and thick.
It's just a
know.
Cheeto, dude. It's just a big fat
Those
Cheeto.
little crickets are like,
Yeah.
they if you cook them they dry out and they it's basically you're just eating the exoskeleton of them.
Right.
pork
Those
rinds.
cicadas are big and thick and juicy.
There's got to be a way where you can like do the same treatment to them.
Ooh, daddy. Give me that cicada, daddy. Yeah, I'm probably good on squirting cicada ass juice in my mouth.
That's true.
Thanks, though.
It is
You're
good
welcome.
this time of year.
So I guess Riz isn't going on Naked and Afraid. No, definitely not. I'm not a Naked and Afraid guy.
I'd rather eat the bugs.
Just
than
an
be
afraid
naked.
guy.
Yeah, I'm just afraid. That's it. I will not be naked.
Yeah, you're a never nude.
I'm not a never nude.
Oh wait, Rafe is a
Clothed
never
and
nude.
afraid.
I'm not a never nude. I've been skinny dipping.
Wait a minute. We need to do this every year. Who's a never nude on this show? Wasn't it Rafe?
Rafe
Yeah,
was.
Rafe is.
Everybody else is down?
Oh, it's a whatever.
That surprises me.
Like it's a whatever. You're
I'm
not gonna
pretty
like
modest.
what you see, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
I,
it's
just,
pretty,
I think this was a conversation about sleeping nude. In the home defense, I want something between me and the intruder at night. If my job's to fight,
you're not fighting naked.
I could have a katana. I gotta have something. I gotta have a little bit of fabric between a katana and my
And your
dildo.
genitals. Yeah, I get it.
Something to be said about fighting naked, though.
Yeah, I think it'll scare people quicker than a gun.
Have you ever been skinny dipping?
Yes. Did I?
Not recently.
Yeah, not recently, but like in college, yes. Pool, not like lake. But actually, no, I've done it in a lake too. The skinny dipping. I
I did some
prefer
skinny
it.
dipping. Not recently.
Yeah,
20 years ago.
sure. I mean, yeah,
This was different.
we all had moments.
We got on our
I'm
moments.
saying
Scott,
my general demeanor.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was a pond that we'd go out to, and we thought it was so fun to skate.
get naked, huh?
Uh-huh.
You and the fellas?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, well,
You and the fellas, huh? Let's head on down in the
Yeah.
pond.
It was a good
Little
time.
towel snapping on the way down.
Get some leeches stuck everywhere. It's
Ugh.
good.
Yeah. Moon frequents rivers and streams.
yeah.
In the buff?
It's happened a couple times. I mean, remember we had the what was it, Riz Tush?
Oh, yeah. When
a
we
while
were
back.
down at Yellowstone?
No, I don't remember where that was. This was some like deep woods, multiple day float trip.
Is this the picture of you naked?
Yeah,
Yes.
holding up his arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I've seen people edit that into other things.
Yeah.
You on the moon.
Yeah, he was in a cowboy
I
hat.
never understood where it came from. Yeah, that's great.
That same pond that I think Scott's talking about. I remember as a kid, the one time that I went skinny dipping in that pond, and the only reason that it was one time is because when I got out, I don't know if something bit me. I don't know if it was a spider or what, but I had a rash on my tush for weeks.
Yeah.
Weeks, a big old rash, and I was like, I don't know if this has
think it was
anything to do with that, but I'm not skinny dipping in that pond again.
Yeah, that pond was a little gross.
It was weird, man. It
don't
was
think I
so
would,
nasty. And I feel like now looking back, it's one of those ponds that like cattle were supposed to be drinking from. You know what I mean? It was out in the middle
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
there's
field.
no telling what's
Ugh.
in that.
Oh, Aaron says, harmless my ass. Ever hit a cicada while riding a motorcycle at 70?
Oh, yeah,
man.
that probably does
Good
hurt.
point.
A good point.
That's a big
as
bullet.
I'm not somebody that rides a motorcycle, but okay, didn't think of that. Wear a helmet.
Yeah, it's a good way. Yeah,
Where,
it's a good time to wear a
I'm
helmet.
sure that thing hits wherever.
I was going to say, I guess that would be a real hazard for motorcyclists during this whole thing. Like, you got to take a few weeks off while the cicadas are out.
Or put armor
Wear a
on.
face shield for those couple weeks. Somebody did the old Chris Farley, Matt Foley character living in a van down by the river.
Mm-hmm.
Would anybody actually live? Is anybody about the van life?
I can be.
Depends.
I could be. I mean, Scott, I lived in a van for some time. I lived in a bus for even longer. I could do it for sure.
So van life is defined as a lifestyle that involves living and traveling in a converted van.
Yeah.
I think I'm in.
Yeah, my friends, they had their honeymoon in New Zealand, and they rented one of those. They took it all across the island, and they were there for a couple weeks, and just sounds
Nah.
stunning.
You wouldn't do it for even like, let's say, a month.
Nah. No, I've seen these videos where it tries to be like glamorize.
It can
Yeah.
be. It just depends.
Like there are videos you can watch on YouTube of people who do this and they try to glamorize it. Like, I parked the van in a, what was it, young woman, like, attractive young woman. It's like I park the van every night. I find a Cracker Barrel and I park there.
Oh yeah, 'cause you know the spots that'll allow you to.
She
do it.
knows the spots, and she gets up and she goes into the Cracker Barrel bathroom and washes up and brushes her teeth, and like this sounds awful.
Well, okay, so that depends on what you have. So like, there's a big difference between living in a van on tour with 11 people, and doing like the RV thing. Like, so my wife, insisted on a shower and all that for the RV that we took down to Disney World. That Byerly RV had a shower in it, had a water
that
heater
RV
that was a
you had-
tankless water heater.
That RV you had was bigger than my apartment. Like when I moved out of my house.
Yeah, it was 36 foot, and it had the slide out.
That's not
and it
van
was
life.
Perfect. That is van life. I'm just saying.
That's not
RVing.
van life.
I'm just
That's
saying, like,
RVing.
there's a big difference between this and that, and as long as you have the amenities that are important to you, I think it's fine.
I think you're talking about these like hipster chicks and guys who have a little van that they've souped up and put a bed
Right.
back there and like the litter box. And I've thought,
Yeah.
Like the
I've thought
Overlander
about it.
vans.
Like the old school like band vans.
Oh, right.
You know?
Or they'll take an old Sprinter van
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and make it into a.
They'll put a little
If
loft.
you
they'll
do it
the-
right, man, it's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Is
those
it
are nice
dope?
ones.
No, it's not.
I'd love to be that person,
be a
but
nomad?
I know I'm not. I just want a cool van just to drive and like pass out in occasionally
Yeah.
because I want to. But
I can
not
do it on
live in.
vacation. I
Yeah.
can do it like for a limited time only.
This is van life.
To be a nomad and
Yeah.
see the planet, man, heck yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling
No,
you.
I'm gonna go to my house with all my modern amenities.
I understand. My 20s were experienced drastically different than most people's 20s. But because I spent my whole 20s traveling, I feel like I'm kind of longing for it.
Yeah.
In some
I get
way.
road sick.
Yeah.
What it's called.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
30,000 people were asked, would you ever consider van life? Again, defined as a lifestyle that involves living and traveling in a converted van. 36% of Americans said yes, including 13% who actively want to do it. I think in theory, oh, yeah, get in that van and gonna go wherever I want to go.
Oh yeah, I think
I'm not going to be
quarter.
beholden to anything.
A quarter of the people that say that they want to would actually do it. I mean, I don't mean like pull the trigger and try it. I mean like survive it. There's plenty of bands. There's plenty of musicians. We had a band. We took them on tour, and the first show that they played with us was in San Antonio, Texas. So they had to travel, maybe 2 days to get to San Antonio. They were from St. Louis. And this band was talented. They were young. They were on fire. They were going to make it. And they got there, and they said,
This sucks.
we have to find a new drummer. We said, why? He goes, because he's decided that the road life is not for him. It took him 2 days. I mean, this kid was like 18, 19 years old, had been like going for it, and finally his band's about to move, and he's like, I can't do this. I'm off. So like, not a lot of people survive out there. It takes a certain personality.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those vintage Dodge. I think they're a B200 van, the old school van. I want a matte black. I want like a red and orange and white stripes down it.
Ooh.
Shag
So it looks like
carpeting
the 18?
inside. You know, I'll learn to drive a stick.
It's got.
That's who I am on the inside.
It has to have that weird bubble window.
Can you van life it?
No, I wouldn't be able to live in it, but that's what my shadow self, that's what she's driving. Okay.
That you would then park in your house.
No, I would just drive it here. I'd be cool as hell rolling into
Right.
work.
No, but then, at the end of the day, you park in your driveway and you're not living in it. You're going home.
No, but I'm partying in it. Like if you have a party, I'm sitting out in the driveway.
Why would you party
I'd open
in
the
van?
doors and I'd have like a
You
cool
own a
stereo
home.
system.
That's what I'm
Yo,
about.
here you are. There's your van with Kiss painted.
Yeah.
I have us on the. I would paint the Rizzuto on the side.
I would just get the A-Team van and trick it out. I'm with that. I'm with that life.
Yeah.
Because these Sprinter vans are hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, the Overlander ones are, dude, they're 150 grand. They're
So
more
I can
than
take
most
that money
ERVs.
and I could be about that nomad life on that Airbnb nomad life. I could just fly to where I want to go, get a cool Airbnb, get a cool cabin,
Yes.
rent that for a few days, fly to the next place I want to be, save myself a lot of time.
Yeah.
And then if I want to rent a van and if I want to drive through the Badlands, cool. That's a 2 to 3 day thing. That's fine.
Right.
I'm all about that life.
That's a fun little.
I'm not trying to live in a van
That's a
365.
fun little side quest.
Exactly. I'm not trying to live in my van 365.
No.
Poop in a Home Depot.
No, and I
I'm
think the
good.
39 or 36% of people who said yes, they would get out there for a couple days and go, "This sucks." Yeah, this sucks.
My mom has her little VW bus, and that thing
That's
is
so
the
cool.
joy of her life.
Yeah,
It's a
that's so cool.
1971
Yeah, that is awesome.
Mr. Blue Sky bus. And she's out. They'll take it to the wineries. They'll go through town. They make people happy. Like it'll shut down and need people to push it. People will come out of everywhere
Right,
to push
because it's
that
cool.
van.
It's a cool looking thing, but then they take it home and that's it.
Yeah, but they take.
Hey, kids, can you help me push my van?
Yeah.
They take it back to their house.
Get away from that man.
What about a tiny house?
I would love to have a tiny
Yeah.
house in my
Tiny house would
backyard
be nice.
that I could just go stay in when I want to act like I'm cool and like.
I almost bought a. Oh, that's
You
the
have a
one right there,
home.
dude. That's the one. That's what she's talking about, and I'm with that life.
That's what. Yeah,
This-
dude.
that's cool.
That's me.
Oh, that's
My-
Look at those
Look at
windows.
I'd go.
That's the old A-Team van.
Look at that.
Yeah.
But look
that
at it.
thing's
It's
sweet.
got a lift kit and some off-road
That's
tires.
me, you guys.
I'd give anything to have that.
Yeah,
tight.
that is rad.
All right, tiny home. As long as it's got plumbing and AC and heat, I think I'm in a kitchenette.
Yeah, I'm basically
down?
living one right now, so I'm good to go.
I think I'm okay.
I know some people that are selling a tiny home right now, and it's awesome. They showed me. I mean, like it's cool as heck. It's a trailer. I mean, it's the RV. It's the same kind of thing. It's just more of a home looking thing.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, it's not
awesome.
conducive to raising,
No.
2
A
kids.
family, sure.
Why not?
You got tents. You put the kids out
You
there.
run into the same
Why would I
van
put my
problem.
kids in tents?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I think my dad was raised with 4 other siblings in one room. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's good for him.
At
I
her-
mean, a tiny house is considered 500 square feet of space or less. 500 square feet or less of space. That is tiny.
Earth Day Festival, one of the vendors had a tiny home on a trailer that was their storefront. And I thought that was
Wow,
so
that's
cool.
cool as heck.
So it was like on a trailer, so you could walk through their little vintage store.
Wow, that's neat.
Very cool.
Yeah, it just depends on what amenities are important to you. But I mean, can you imagine this? So the United States is freaking huge and incredible, and we have so many different styles of places and environments and weather. and you're just sitting there, and it's not getting cold until November now. So we'll just wait until it gets cold. And weather for the next 3 weeks looks like it's cold. Here's winter. See ya. Now we'll head over here. Now we'll head down to Arizona.
Okay, and how are we making money, by the way? What are we doing? We're playing. We're
on OnlyFans.
We're playing guitar. What are we doing?
Yeah,
playing
man.
guitar with a case open.
yeah,
we
we're-
OnlyFans in it.
Yeah, we're
All of the
busking.
above.
We're busking in front of Home Depot.
Yeah, we're busking OnlyFans in front of Home Depot. We're actually combining the two. You're letting people suck your toes in front of Home Depot.
It's a very niche world, but we
While
are
I play
lucrative.
guitar with the case open.
Yes.
That's right. Very clean toes.
Gas is, I pay $3.50 a gallon the other day. Gas is expensive.
So is a mortgage.
How does that affect a tiny home?
Not a tiny home. I'm talking van life.
Oh, we're back to van life. All right.
You can go.
Moon
with that,
can't
though.
get over van life. Moon is wanting to go right now. Moon is wanting to buy a van right now, sell it all,
Take
and just
off.
go.
Look at all these vans. I want to know where all these vans are. Look at these pictures.
I know,
mean,
man.
I know this is.
There's got to be a festival of some sort.
I know.
right?
That's what
There's
I'm.
gotta be
It
like
is.
a.
That's what
There's
I'm
got to be
assuming.
like Van Fest. I hope it's called Van Halen.
There's
'Cause if
a
it's not, that's a really missed marketing opportunity.
there's an online publication called Vannon, and so this guy, every time anybody has a cool van, they add it to just the list of people, the community, and you can follow them, and they have like newsletters
Yeah.
where you can buy them.
What should we call
gas
our
is
van
expensive.
magazine?
Van life. Van life's expensive, guys.
Dude, look at these van festivals. It's so cool because like at car shows, what do you see? You see cars backed in. And you see their hoods up, right? Everybody's hood is up, so everybody can look. There's not a single hood up at van life. It's just the back doors are open, so you can see the inside.
That
Like,
Hotel
it's-
California
it's the
Eagles
coolest.
van is cool as hell.
Oh, that's what this is. Oh, yeah, that's cool. You're talking about the ones with the little bubble windows.
Yeah, one little bubble
Dude,
window.
that one
in the
next
back.
to it, though, with the guy on the chopper.
Yeah,
Look
look
at
at that.
Come on.
Oh,
Wow.
it's a good-
There's a dinosaur in the background.
It's a
dude.
nice artist who painted something on the side of a van.
Very
it's a
nice.
van.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, it's a van.
It's sick.
Yeah, which means you can fit a lot of
Look at that
friends
blue
in
one,
there.
dude.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to
That's a
string up
spaceship,
Christmas
brother.
lights.
That's a spaceship to
Yeah.
a party that I want to
Look
go
at
to.
that. Look, for sale. I mean, this is Spaceballs. Like, this is darn near the ship in Spaceballs. Oh,
Go
man,
buy a school
ridiculous.
bus. Go ahead. Go buy a school bus.
I can do a bus.
I got a buddy that just he just converted it's a shuttle bus, not a school bus, but a shuttle bus, and did a phenomenal job. And I was like, man, how much would I have to pay for
That's
you to
the
do
one
that
I
again?
want.
And now we're talking about you traveling across the country, being a nomad in your van.
I mean, that's what touring is.
Yeah, that's what touring is, but you have destinations.
Uh-huh.
Like
you get to
touring
come
is
home.
it's a job. Like you're going to
No, I get it.
wherever and then you're going home. And that's the end of the tour. This is living in a van.
Well, I almost.
LIVIN, baby.
Man, I bet
Just
you.
live.
I bet you. Fast.
Gas is $4.25 for premium at a Sam's Club in Glen Carbon.
Yeah, but compare that to your mortgage payment, whatever that is in the thousands. Is that
I'm locked in at 2.9%.
Well, you lucky bastard. I'm locked in at 7%. I hate myself. Yeah, I mean, would I rather spend that money on gas and snacks and just live and go explore?
At least my house isn't going to break down.
I'm going to
That's
convert
true.
my van into the steam engine, instead of the.
You got to run over
gas.
vegetable oil
No, just off steam.
off
yeah,
steam.
Throw
The
water
bio-
in there and just zip.
No,
it
I
on
did
the
have
road.
a serious conversation with my son about he goes for his permit test next month, and he's taking the practice tests. He's got whatever app there is to take practice tests. Oh, enough of the vans, Moon. No more vans.
Look at this.
We're past the vans.
Look at this. It's at Fast Lane, or it used to be at Fast Lane. It's
No more
sold.
vans.
How much do you think this thing sold for?
A 1976 Chevy van,
Cares.
32 grand.
Oh man, I gotta find the price. I'll let you know.
75 grand. No more vans.
I'll secretly be checking out vans over here. Go on.
Anyway, so talking to the boy about driving and stuff like that, and of course, we'll get the permit first, and we start driving around together, and then he'll finally go for his his license and be able to drive himself. When we first got our licenses, so I was 18 or I got my permit at 17. So 1995. What were gas prices in 1995?
They would have been
99 cents.
99
a gallon.
cents.
70 cents up to 90 cents.
99 cents a gallon
No, it was $1.15, $1.21 per gallon.
in 1995. $1.19.
The average price of gas in the United States in 1995, $1.15.
Missouri was, a little lower at that time. We didn't have the extra taxes on it.
I thought I remember seeing gas prices under $1 a gallon when I was.
I did when I used to mow
Yeah.
lawns. I guess that would have been pre-95, but I used to drag a push mower up to the gas station in town and get like a can of gas and drag it around. It was like 89 cents a gallon.
Right.
I remember when it went over $1 and everyone was like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Now you'd kill for it, I remember when gas went over $1 and everybody was freaking out.
That was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Or when you first got your license, and you were trying to just get a couple bucks together to go to the gas station and put $3 of gas in your car, and you're good.
Yeah, I was talking about that with somebody else, or I think it was my kids, because I filled up, and they're like, "Hey, how many gallons are in this truck? How much does it cost to fill it up?" And I was like, "Well, I wouldn't imagine you're going to be filling up a lot of tanks in the beginning," because I told them, I was like, "I think I remember going in $4, $5,
Yeah.
$3, $6. I wasn't full tank rich until like my mid-20s."
Oh, you'd stop it at $3, and that was you get 3 gallons of
Yeah,
gas.
like
and
It was hilarious.
You're
Check
good
your
for the night.
Yeah, you check your pockets and go, "Well, okay, that's how much I'm driving tonight. I can't go to so-and-so's house because I only have $3 in my pocket." And you go in and you prepay, and you get the look from the cashier. You go, $3 on number 2, please. And they're like, $3? What an idiot. You go out there, it kicks off, and then you leave.
So I do have some empathy, because if you want to, my parents would be like, all right, you can borrow the car, but you're responsible for gas. Like, all right, that's fine. It's going to be tough for the kids now. Mm-hmm. Or tougher. Although my, $4.25 hourly wage at McDonald's, now minimum wage is a little bit more than that. Now you work at a fast food place, you're making, $15 an hour at most places? So I guess maybe it equals out.
And are people going anywhere anymore? We didn't have the internet like they do now, so people aren't going out as much, I imagine. They're just
I guess
staying
so.
at home.
Yo, check it. The average gas price in Kansas right now is $2.81. The average gas price in Hawaii right now is $4.97.
Ooh, man.
Nevada $3.91, Washington $3.75, Alaska $3.74, California $4.34.
Yeah. Whenever I moved back from LA, it was a little over $5 at that time out there.
Well, so I was telling the kid, I said, listen, if you're going to get your license, you can get your permit, this summer, you got to get a job.
Mm-hmm. What do you say to that?
Hey, he's down. Last summer was the summer of I'm laying around, and I'd get home, and he'd be still sleeping or on the couch or whatever, and I'm like, you got to do something today. It's summer. So that's it for this. Next summer, you're getting a job.
My kids have been talking about a job, and my daughter is, I swear, dude, a month ago, she was like talking about all the different options, and she's going to apply here, she's going to apply here. And you know what this last talk was this last week? Nah, I don't want to work here because of this. Nah, I don't want to work here because of this.
Well, I said, listen,
I was like, you gotta stop
can
being
either
picky,
find
dude.
your own job or I will find one for you. Mm-hmm. I will find one for you, or you could, which you will not like.
Because it'll be the first one I find.
You will not like what I find for you, or you could go on your own and find a job. Put together a resume. Put together a resume. What's a resume? I don't know. Look it up online. But listen, I know this is all subjective. So I'm going to ask. So we'll go around the room on asking these questions. At what age should you be able to blank? I know it's all subjective. So at what age should you get your first job?
Oh, should you? Man.
It's all listen. It's all subjective. What's in your heart?
What's in my heart for the kids is probably 16.
16. So 15, you're fine.
No,
15 should be your last summer of.
It depends on what your goals are. Like my kids, want a car, they want to be able to check out their friends and all that kind of stuff. So I'd say, well, you need to get a job as soon as you can, which is 15 with a work permit. So that's what they're after. Because my son he's been saving up money. He wants to buy a car. He wants to be able to pay for that car. He knows insurance and gas are coming down the line. He knows he needs a job, so he's already been thinking about it.
I think it's 15.
I was 15 when I got my first job, had to get a worker's permit.
Yeah.
Me too.
But
Get
it
his
also
worker's permit.
that it kind of added another level of stress on my mom, I think, because she had to drive me to my job. So I'm kind of with Moon. I think you should wait till you're 16 because then you have a responsibility of if you are driving either your parents' vehicle or you're lucky enough to have your own. Now you have some reason to work besides just not being lazy.
What age should you get your first job?
I don't know. I mean, it's easy to say. Like, I was baling hay when I was like 12, but it sucked. It's like I'm also not admitting that it sucked. Like, it was it sucked being like, oh, my friends are going to the lake, and I'm in a field with hay fever throwing 100-pound hay bales on a trailer because I'm learning the value of a hard day's work. I'm a child. It's like, and today, it's hard. I think 16 within reason. Like, you don't, like 1 or 2 days a week, tops.
Yeah, of course.
Not something where it's like you rob them of
40
their-
hours a week.
Well, just so they got to work every Friday and Saturday night. You know what I mean? Like,
No, my
I think a job, probably 18. I think you should learn how to be part of the workforce
Part-time job.
within reason, like a small part-time job.
part-time job. Now I say 15 because now, and Moon, you got kids, my age, my kids' age too, is they're asking for money all the time. Things are expensive.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you want this? Go work for it.
There's a value there.
I think
Scott, how old?
Well, it depends on the kid too. I think if they're interested in, because I have a niece who's really young, but she loves business stuff and all that, so she's already hopping into that, learning how to do all that, so she's technically working. But I think it is good for a kid to.
I need an
have
age.
to do part time. I'm gonna say 13.
13.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it's good.
At what age should somebody be able to try alcohol for the first time?
Interesting question.
Interesting question, right?
Yeah. So
5.
5. Yeah, I'm with you. That's
That's
the way
when I started.
That's the way the French do it.
my experience over in England and Europe and all that, especially the first time we were over there, we were young, early 20s, and I remember there were people in line that were like 17, 18, and they had big old ciders in their hand in the line, like out in public where cops could see them and all that.
Yeah.
And we're like, whoa, that's wild. They said, well, the legal age here is 18, and they pretty much don't care unless you're drunk.
Yeah.
They really don't care around there, 16, 17, to make a big fuss about it in the middle of London. They got other problems. And you know what they said? And we kind of understood from them as a culture and as a society is they kind of got the ridiculousness out of the way. Like the people that were going to go too far with alcohol early and try it too early and all that. They got it out of the way before they were in college, before they were making life decisions of what they were going to be interested in, what type of careers they were going to chase, and all that kind of stuff. So when you put it too far back to 21, and you let these kids in college, and now they're rebels at 19 and 20, but they're rebelling because it's illegal, and then they kind of blow the first 2 years of college partying and getting that out of their system. It kind of lends itself to be wise to maybe open it up a little bit earlier, take the rebelliousness out of it, or the kids that are going to do it, maybe they do it when they're pre-college, and then college is a serious time to like get an education and pick a career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Share a beer with your old dad when?
I got hammered drunk at like 14. I'm not proud of it. I'm not promoting that. Bottle of Southern Comfort. Puked everywhere, all over my bedspread.
I tried.
So everybody's first whiskey is so cool.
Nasty.
And it was gross. And I got that out of my system. Now, did I but not a lot. Like, I was like, why do I want to do this to myself? So to Moon's point, yeah. So I don't know. My dad let me take a swig out of his Busch beer during Cardinal games.
Right.
When I was 5, whatever. I never liked the taste of alcohol. I still really don't. But yeah, get it out of your system.
I really tried it. Not like take a little sip, something at a, family party. I think I really tried it at 16.
Yeah.
What are we asking here?
I don't
What's
know.
the actual question?
What age should somebody be
Legally?
able to try alcohol for the first time?
Try it?
Yeah.
Who cares? 3.
That is a weird question.
Sorry.
Put a little vodka and some cherry Coke, calm them down on a road trip. But legally, I think they should change it to 18.
I do too.
Because if you're old enough to take out $100,000 in student loan debt, and you're old enough to pick up a weapon and go fight in a foreign land, you should be old enough to drink and push tall boy.
I agree
Or
with
we
that.
need to move the ages for all that other stuff.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
You need to
agree.
be 21 to enlist in the military. You need to be 21 to take out crippling debt. It's funny how we arbitrarily attach ages. Like, we're like, you're not mature enough to handle Bush beer, but how about $250K in student loan debt?
I don't understand what you're
Seems
doing.
like you can
Yeah.
handle
Which
that.
will
You can
drive
handle
you
the math on
which will
that.
drive you to the Bush Light.
Yeah, which will keep you drinking Bush the rest of your life.
Yeah, the military argument is. I mean, that's a huge one.
So for me, I think legally it should be either changed to 18 or we need to rethink 21 needs to be the age for some of this other stuff. But I think as far as like just trying alcohol and the rite of passage,
Yeah.
who cares? I mean, really, who cares? If it's not, you're not getting like falling down drunk and you're just like, I remember my first drink of beer, I was like, gross.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, when your kid goes, then you got to start worrying.
Yeah.
Instinctually, it's strange that cigarettes
It's like
is one
mommy's milk.
and alcohol is another. And
Cigarettes are 21 now, I think.
no, really? No, they wouldn't do that.
I thought they upped the age.
You sure?
I'm not 100%.
Instinctually, I feel like all the age gating should be the same age. But then would that be bad? Would that be like, hey, today everything's illegal in your life, but tomorrow, no more rules. You know what I mean? Would that
21 for
present something
cigarettes?
better?
Well, the reason it changed to 21 was I'm reading the National Minimum Drinking Age Act of 1984 because of the rise in drunk driving accidents and car crashes for young people in the states that lowered the drinking age to 18. So they passed it nationally to 21.
Because of drunk driving things?
Because of drunk driving.
I think the drunk driving laws should just be more intense.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I hate to go
Yeah,
back
if
to
you're
that.
not
but,
having,
like,
if you're not out there just having a good time, then you need to get a
killing machine, man. Like
So what age should you be able to parallel park?
14.
Any day
As
now.
soon as you get...
Dude, my daughter drove us to Walgreens yesterday, and she started even yelling. She's like, "Oh, I hate parking! I hate parking! I hate parking!" And I was like, "Whoa!
Let's calm down.
Whoa! Never gonna get better at this if it's a nightmare to you every time you go into a parking lot." And she was just pulling in, forward.
Forward.
Into it, and I was like, "Oh no, we gotta work on this. It stresses me out, man."
I nailed parallel parking on Sunday. I was parking on Del Mar, and I nailed it. And there's nothing like nailing
Yeah, it feels
one
good.
You
try.
have a backup camera. Of course you should nail it
I
every
know,
time.
but sometimes I skid my wheel. I mean, like
You have a backup camera. There's no excuse anymore.
Yeah, you gotta be.
I'm gonna go 39.
If we give you a license to drive at 16, you have to get a license to park at 15.
And you can't use your backup camera during the test.
I still do the arm on the side and not even look at the backup camera sometimes.
too.
You have your arm over the thing, and
I'm
yet
an
still.
80s mom.
But
Yeah.
I can't do it. I drove that beat up Jeep so long, I can't. Technology confuses me. I just don't look at it. I still do it old school. I think you get your first drink of alcohol when you parallel park successfully for the first time.
Somebody hands you a Bush Light.
That's right. You pull it in one try, you hear the mountains, and your dad just kisses you on the forehead and hands you a beer.
At what age should you be able to parallel park in less than 5 attempts? 39.
39.
At what age should someone be able to stop saying like after every word?
Oh, I'm trying hard. I go back and listen to the podcast and drive myself nuts, so I apologize to everybody.
At what age should somebody be able to find their way without using GPS?
Again, by the time you get your license.
I'm starting to point out things to the kids. Like, all right, we're going to the hockey rink. Which way do we turn?
Yeah.
Good.
My parents started that when we were in single-digit age. They'd make us drive, or, tell them the directions to get
Navigate.
home.
Well, they would just leave you somewhere
Yeah,
and
that's-
see
that
if you
too.
could find your way home. At what age should somebody be able to handle spicy food without a meltdown?
Whenever they want,
5.
man.
At what age? At what age should somebody be able to do their own laundry without shrinking clothes?
Remember in Wayne's World 2 when Garth Algar shrinks all of his clothes and hot ass Kim Basinger helps him?
At what age? At what age should somebody be able to keep a plant alive for more than a month?
Good luck with any of that.
We're getting better.
At what age should somebody be able to survive a whole day without Wi-Fi? At what age should somebody be able to tell the difference between your and your in text? Y-O-U-R or Y-O-U''re.
That's never going to happen, yeah.
It's never going to happen. At what age should somebody be able to host a dinner party without ordering pizza?
30.
At what age should somebody be able to make a decent sandwich?
10.
At what age should somebody have to move out of his or her parents' house?
Oh, man.
26.
That's an interesting argument to
Whoa.
open up.
Just because you're on your parents' insurance if you are until 26, I think after that, get out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Be tight.
I don't know. There's like cultures where, 3 generations lives under a roof, and it seems to be happier than ours. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like in Italy.
Yeah, but they have their
I
own
don't-
space, though.
Not
Some of those
necessarily. We're not
houses,
talking
I mean,
about
they just
giant
keep
places.
building onto them usually.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there's a lot of ways to attack that, and we've only been exposed to one. And because of that, things are getting harder and harder for younger people as far as housing goes. And we're sitting here screaming at them about, well, when I was your age, I had a house by 22 and blah, 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 blah.
You ordered out of a Sears catalog and
Right.
built it,
Yes.
and then lived in it for 50 years.
Different game. These kids have it much harder than we do. Much, much, much more.
Are people, though, getting roommates like they used to? Because I see a lot of, videos of people, complaining about, housing prices and stuff, and I understand that, and interest rates and stuff. But are people, so I lived with somebody first, and we split the rent. Are people still doing the roommates thing?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Are they? I don't know.
My sister's getting ready to move, and her best friend's moving in with her, and that's going to be cool for them. They're going to split everything and kind of get out on their own for the first time. It's exciting.
Yeah, and it probably depends on the town.
Yeah.
Because the big cities, it's super given to.
Yeah, because I see a lot of people complaining about I can't afford anything. And I understand that. Things cost a lot of money. But I don't see anybody going, well, I guess I have to move in with somebody.
Oh, like everyone's got a roommate in like New York.
Maybe that's what I'm used to.
There's still a lot of people with roommates, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just kind of changed my stance on the whole, kids in the house kind of thing. Believe me, man. I would like to minimize and get a small house.
As many out as possible.
Just have it be me and my wife. But if somebody needs to live there for a while, it's okay. We're all in this together, man.
Oh, listen, and I'd like to say, if the kids, finish college and they come home and they're, looking for, what their career is going to be, I'd like to say, hey, get 2 years.
Here's the timer. I'm going to write it on the
Starting now.
fridge.
2 years. Countdown begins. 3, 2, 1, and go. 2 years. And then the big clock is, you got to throw your kid out of your house.
That's true.
Yeah, I got to throw the kid out of the house. As much as I'd like to say,
Just depends too, man. Like the kid.
well, yeah, you're going to be a bum?
I got a brother. I'd like to bounce, but it's like, yeah, are you being a bum and like mooching?
Yeah.
or
gonna
are
be
you like,
actively seeking?
yeah, or are you like building?
Opportunities.
Yes. Are you working and building wealth so you can go out? That all depends to me. So it makes it kind of fluid.
Or what is it that you're doing to help the household,
What's
to
the
help
point?
support the
Yes.
household? And I don't even necessarily mean money wise, but of course that would be the easiest way
Sure.
to discuss it. But pull your weight.
Sure. And I have empathy for kids. I spoke at Edwardsville High School yesterday for the public speaking thing, and those kids were like the 8 kids that were interested in radio came. And they were cool, but man, they had a lot going on. I was like, oh man, this is wild. Like just hearing them talk to their teacher and be like, well, I'm doing this for extra credit, and then I have to go to debate club, and then I have chess, and then I'm trying to get into this college. I'm doing cross country, and I'm like, there's just a lot more. Their lives are a lot fuller
For sure.
at a younger age. That's why when we talked about like the job age earlier, I'm like, yeah, I had stuff going on, and but I feel like there's way more homework, and like we had a lot of homework, but I feel like there's way more homework now. There's way
Disagree.
more. You don't think so?
Way less.
Oh, okay.
Way.
Well, I don't have kids.
My son
You would know more
has
than I
not
would.
come home with any homework. I saw this kid write a paper for the first time the whole year last week.
Well, he's very proactive, steaming,
Nice.
so he's probably getting things done
Yeah, that's
at
true.
school.
It's also,
I guess they have a
it's-
class.
It's also different because they can do a lot of that stuff online. Well, we didn't have that option. It was either do it in class, and then you have a teacher saying, you can't do this in class, and then you have to do it outside of class.
He's got a class where like they could either go do homework or go to the gym.
Study hall?
They don't call it study hall; they call it act lab.
Nice. I think that's
And
good.
if you're a parent, I guess you know what that is. I'm like, you don't have any homework?
Your son's good at time management. Yeah. That's great.
Now, if he was getting garbage grades, I would start questioning it. But
Yeah.
he gets good grades. I'm like, I don't see you with anything.
Yeah, but I didn't
That's
do
awesome.
anything either. We didn't do anything either, man. I went to the #1 high school in the state, and I didn't do anything. It was the easiest, dumbest. All you got to do is the bare minimum. And,
I still had projects, and I mean, I was on the honor roll the first 2 years of high school.
Yeah, I'm just like it's you can.
Yeah, that's right. This guy.
We could
I
skate.
believe it.
We could skate pretty easily. Like my daughter's going after Yale. She's got over a 4.0. She's in multiple clubs. She's with the cheer squad. I mean, it's like, how does she have any minutes? And now she has to think about a job. And at the same time, she's like, well, how far are you willing to drive me to this job, Dad? Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's a lot going on, and I do think that they have more. They have more in their lap as far as responsibilities and expectations. So kicking them out at 18, day you turn 18, you're out of here. I'm not sure that's a super healthy thing for these kiddos.
Well, you ain't going to be a Ma the Meatloaf guy.
Will Ferrell is
Chaz,
you
pick
ain't
up
gonna
your
be
effing
Chaz.
skateboard.
You ain't going to be Chaz.
well. That's something
You're
you
going to find
can.
yourself a Job.
If you have one of those kids, that's something you
Well,
can
I'm telling you,
develop
the
and-
kid's working this summer. If he doesn't find his own job, he's going to work for my buddy who owns a landscaping company.
That
Just
would be
like
a
I
great
did.
one. That'd be a great one.
Just like your old man, 15. That sucked that summer. That sucked.
But look at you now.
Oh, yeah. Look at me now.
Living
Just
that-
one giant ball of anger. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's set at 15. I remember
I
that.
believe that
I remember
as well.
that truck and trailer pulling up to the front of the house at sunup, hopping in. I was the old weed whack and blow boy.
Weed whacking Rizzuto.
I'd have the backpack blower.
Yeah.
Cool. Was it heavy?
Excuse me, blow boy.
Blow boy?
Can you come blow this?
No, it was heavy. I was 95 pounds.
I can imagine.
The thing weighed more than me, but man, once you start that bad boy up, you got the power.
Power.
That is cool as hell.
Power.
Looking like the Rocketeer, man.
I set out my
Grass
deck
clippings.
yesterday.
Look out!
There were
Look out!
My neighbor got 3 huge trees cut down yesterday on Earth Day, which kind of sucked. But watch those things fall down and watch this crew of dudes just take over was riveting.
Yeah. They'd come pick me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. The dew still on the grass. You mow until about, you mow and you go from house to house till about noon. You go on the route. You stop at a deli, you get a sandwich. You eat on the back of the truck. And then back to it until basically the sun starts going down. Mm-hmm. And you get home exhausted and covered in dirt and grass.
Sunburns.
All your buddies are hanging out and you're like, I don't want to do anything. And then repeat. You want that?
Man, working for the parks. That's a great spot. Whether you're working for the pool, your lifeguard maybe, or maybe you're a
Heck yeah.
day camp counselor. I mean, that's where I started, and it was great. It was great work. It was eye opening. It taught me a lot of skills.
You get to drive their trucks.
Yeah, I mean, but you can do all sorts of things. Like in the off season when the camps were over, because I was the director for the camps, and I still needed a gig. So like, well, you can do maintenance and dig ditches and cut grass and that kind of thing. Like,
Blow boy. There's some clippings.
we need another blow boy.
Banana boy.
And there's usually a park where you can like ride your bike, so you don't need somebody to drive
Yeah.
you like this.
Yeah.
Those are good gigs.
Listen, we got to take a break. But first, we got to crown the Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots, St. Louis home for Blues hockey. From O'Fallon, Missouri, Michael Deshawn is
Michael.
our Teamers Member of the Day. Michael has been a podcast weirdo since 2020, has never missed a show since. Loves all the games we play, especially Freak of the Week, in memoriam, and likes how likable we all are. Fan of my attitude, Moon's outlook on life, Lern keeping the guys on their toes at all times, Rafe's humor, and King Scott, his originality.
Hey.
Yes, there is only one.
That's right.
Michael Deshawn from O'Fallon is our Teamers Member of the Day. Get super sweet Teamers Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/teamriz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with some news. It is 7:11. It is Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival, Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Exit ramp 64 eastbound from 270 eastbound, shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle. There's also delays. Nope, that just cleared. Your point forecast, scattered evening rain, high of 69. Right now it's 54 at the Point Studio.
Just a quick story.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com. Instant feedback to the 1057 The Point mobile app. Later on this morning, we'll play Do It, Bitch. Love that game.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be hosting today, so no repeat of last time we played, or I blew it big time. But listen, my ass is still on the line as your host, so we'll play Do It, Bitch, give away some fabulous prizes, including tickets for Point Fest, Five Finger Death Punch, Cage Elephant, and Can You Feel the Punk tonight. 11 o'clock this morning, there will be a live number 2 show.
That is
the
correct.
stalls will be open with Rafe Williams.
Stalls and calls. Call in live at 1-818-532-1420. That's 818-532-1420. I will also put it in the chat. Live on the Point's YouTube. Call in. You can call in now and leave me a message, and I will talk about it on the air. Today's theme will be friendship. Today is Kenny DeForest's birthday. I've been thinking a lot about my buddy lately. It's Kenny DeForest Day in Springfield, Missouri. The mayor has declared it.
Wow, that's cool.
That'll be a yearly thing, and the Kenny DeForest Comedy Fest starts tomorrow, and with the celebration of life and comedy shows. I'm going down there all weekend, so call in if you got a story. I'm going to have some friends popping in, some secret friend guests, and call in and leave me a message and talk about maybe you got a friend, maybe you need some advice, maybe you got a strained friendship, or maybe you got a cool story about a time your friend really helped you out or
Screwed you over.
Yeah, that's what Scott Rizzuto wants to hear about. So if you got any stories regarding friends or friendships or something you want to talk about or get off your chest, or we're going to do a little potpourri section if you just have something wild you want to talk about, call 1-818-532-1420, and we'll chop it up at 11 a.m. live today on the Points YouTube.
All right. The number 2 show live at 11 o'clock. All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by.
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
Well, some jerk just won $1,000 a week for life. They played that Cash for Life quick pick at the Deerbergs on Salt Lake Road in St. Peters. I don't know if the person has claimed the prize, but they bought the ticket. Oh, God, was it last week? Crap. Oh, I had the date. I didn't write it down. But that's the Cash for Life quick pick at the Deerbergs on Salt Lake Road in St. Peters. It's a Missouri lottery thing.
You wouldn't understand.
$1,000 a week for life. Nice.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
I think we all would love that. Now, I guess you could take the lump sum. Okay, what would you take? The lump sum option of $1 million, or annual installment option, $52,000 minus taxes. So obviously,
The million tax-free?
No. So you get cash. So $1,000 a week, which is $52,000 a year, or take lump sum $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's tough.
Probably take the lump sum because I feel like I could do more with it in the long run to offset, the loss of taking the lump sum. Right? There would be some calculations to be done there.
There would be calculations.
What would you take, Rafe? The $1 million now or $52,000?
That's tough, man. I got to be honest.
$52,000
Am I going
a
to
year.
live another 20 years?
So they say if you choose the installment option, you're entitled to a minimum of 20 annual payments. So if you do, because I think you could pass. So if you do win the lottery, I think you could pass it. I think you could pass it along to next of kin.
I didn't know that. I thought the annuity game was like if you die, you're done.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but think about this.
Minimum 20. You get minimum 20 payments.
As inflation continues, your payments don't go up. They don't follow that.
It's less money.
Yeah, they're not going to follow that trend. So
make a good point.
$1,000 now, in 20 years, you're going to give me $1,000.
I
make a good
what the heck
point
is
about
this?
John
man.
makes a good point.
$1,000,000? Taking the mill? I think I'm taking the mill.
Take the million and
I
make
think
it.
you swayed me just now because I
Yeah.
started thinking about 20. Like we just, in 20 years is $1,000 as much as it. Like now you could get out of debt, you could invest it, you could try to turn it into something. And you could still do that
Yeah,
with $1,000
listen,
a week.
I'd buy a hell of a lot of Beanie Babies.
Heck yeah.
Because either way,
That's what I got all my money in.
you wouldn't quit, right? $1,000 a week's not gonna.
No.
That's not quit your job money.
No.
Could be if you want to live that van life. That is one way to finance the van life, but it'd be tough.
Yeah, that's not retiring.
No.
Now, I think they matched like 5. So I think this is a 6-ball situation with the. So they matched 5 and not the money ball. If they would have matched the money ball, it would have been $1,000 a day.
Wow.
Dang.
That's a difference.
$1,000 a day for life.
That could be nice.
That's nice. Scott, would you take $1,000,000?
Yeah, I would, and hire a financial guy that is good at making money grow.
Yeah, that's minus taxes, so you're not getting the full mill.
No, but he can hopefully turn it into something good.
Learn
Or,
mill.
Yep,
I mean, there's
taking it.
casinos here in town. Let's go.
That's right. Put it
double
all on
instantly.
black. There was a time a couple months back when people thought so highly of Stanley mugs that some people were wondering whether it would make them less valuable to take them out of the packaging.
And here we are.
And here we are. We were at Dick's Sporting Goods on Sunday. They had a whole display of Stanley mugs. My daughter stopped and stared. I said, "No, you're not getting another water bottle. So it's a water bottle." No. And I had to spray her with a hose.
Yep.
How'd that drama play out yesterday? With all the texts you were getting about the water tasting.
Oh, yeah, my daughter. That's all. Since my wife was out of town, I was, basically getting all the texts and messages that she would be getting on a normal basis.
You were parenting
I was
yesterday?
parenting yesterday.
Good for
Yes, I
you.
did some
That's
parenting.
tough,
I did
man.
some parenting this over the weekend.
How did it go?
It went all right. Everybody survived.
Not a fan.
Right.
He's not a fan
Everybody
of it.
survived.
A lot of responsibility.
No, it was the
Yeah,
little
it is.
things that, again, my wife would normally get the text messages. Oh, there's something in my water bottle. Like, okay, then don't drink it. What do you want from me? I'm at work. What I think it was, a water bottle that a straw wasn't completely cleaned out. And there was some remnants of a shake in there.
Thank God mom's back as of last night.
As of last night, mom's back. And
We are getting to the age, though. Our kids are getting to the age where, they'll say things, and at some point you go, "What are you talking about?" Like, this has to be a problem that you know how to solve.
yeah, this is not a me problem. There's something in my water bottle. Okay, don't drink it. Wash it out. What do you want? Anyway.
There's nothing that you can get from me that's going to be more profound than what you've already thought as far as this solution goes. Like, we're in that zone where it's like 20% of their questions are ridiculous. It's kind of fun, but at the same time, you're just like, what?
Ridiculous.
I can't spend every minute.
I just like that the souls of all the coal miners from like the 1900s now live inside of all these little children that want these Stanley cups. Like I remember my dad having a Stanley cup and taking it down in the mines because it was so durable and it would hold his coffee warm. And now little 10-year-old kids are
Was it
Collecting
the big
all
one?
the colors.
collecting them.
Was your dad's the tall one?
Yeah, it was huge.
Well, here's the message from my daughter.
I just
It's
got one for Christmas, and I'm pumped about it.
8:10 a.m. So she just got to school, or she was in class, and I'm here on the air. In all caps, there's something nasty in my water, frowny face.
Aw, frowny face.
It is rough.
I write back, then don't drink it.
She expected you to leave the show, go drive to the school.
Okay, so
Wisdom.
so the Stanley mugs are super, super popular with teenage girls. Again, some people are even keeping them in packaging as to retain value, whatever.
Okay.
But now they're being used as weapons. A 13-year-old middle school student in Pennsylvania has been accused of launching an unprovoked attack on a classmate last week, violently hitting the 12-year-old girl on the head with, quote, a large Stanley cup several times. It was so vicious, the girl was visibly bleeding. Taken to the hospital. Thankfully, she's expected to be okay. The attacker, also a girl, is facing charges. Naturally, parents are concerned. They want to know if the attacker will be returned to the school, how the school is going to protect students. how it could have been prevented. You know, one parent says she warned school counselors that her daughter was threatened by the same girl earlier last week. I'm just saying these Stanley Cups got some heft to them.
Oh, yeah.
That happened at our school too last week.
With a
Stanley Cup. Dude got thunked. Thunk. And I mean, like, my daughter said there was a visible knot on this kid's
I
head.
think they got that handle.
Right. Just
Yeah.
You got
swing
that
it.
thing going. Woo!
This one was thrown, I believe.
The thermos, the aforementioned thermos, I can see in my head that Lern's dad had. I have one at home, and that thing is like, that's the one that's like tall, has the little cup on top that you can keep your coffee all day.
Yeah.
Little wiry hand.
Everybody's grandpa and dad had one. It's like kind of bluish gray on the side.
Yeah,
And
put
that-
coffee or
It has the lunchbox it goes into.
Yeah.
could put coffee or
No.
soup in there.
It looks like an artillery
This thing's
shell.
too big. It
from
looks like
Depot.
yes. This one looks like an artillery shell.
Yeah, they have the metal, the old school metal lunchbox.
I know what you're talking
Yeah, my
about,
dad
Scott.
had the combo there.
Yeah.
This
snack
thing's,
pack.
this thing's too big for the lunchbox,
Right.
unless it was a big one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was for workers.
This thing, it looked like a rocket launcher, kind of.
Yeah. They look like those naval guns from,
Yeah,
you
It's
know.
an awesome green.
You could definitely.
That's how
rough
we won the
somebody
war,
up with one of
guys.
those.
Yeah. we were
You got
shooting,
that metal cap screwed on tight.
we were shooting Stanleys over Omaha.
You could definitely defend your family with a Stanley thermos.
Here's multiple parents and students from the school talking about this violent attack.
He texted me and just said, "Mom, I'm scared." I can't even tell you what it's like to get a text message like that when your kid is at school. He's been a mess ever since. I just feel like there had to be multiple failures along the way here for this to happen.
You get that call from your kid hearing the words blood and help me, and you freeze and you panic.
If it was taken serious by multiple complaints, that little girl would have been in school today.
Yeah.
You know, how are you keeping our kids safe?
Now we got to ban the Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Dang.
What is it? A good guy. The only thing to stop a bad guy with a Stanley Cup is a good
Or
guy.
give everybody Stanley Cups. That's it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Arm our
All
teachers.
all of them Stanley Cups. That's
Yeah.
it.
These teachers better have.
Everybody gets
Government
one. Man, and I pulled this next story because I saw the mugshot of this woman, and it's like an old lady in like a Disney shirt, and she had just robbed a bank. 74-year-old woman.
Moon, how do you explain this?
74-year-old woman arrested after she robbed a bank in Ohio. Police say Ann Meyer walked into a credit union with a gun on Friday, demanded money from employees. 74-year-old woman leaves the scene, found later at home. She didn't have a criminal history until this. So what makes a 74-year-old woman, a nice little old lady wearing a Disney shirt, rob a credit union with a gun?
Dementia?
Scammer?
I don't know. Dementia? I don't know. I don't think this is dementia. This is the dementia crime. You had the wherewithal to get a gun, go into a bank, rob it,
Sleep
go
robbing?
home.
Was she
night
sleep-
crimes?
Was she
Nope.
sleep robbing?
Nope, this was during the day. There were employees there.
Well, it doesn't mean she wasn't trying to sleep. Maybe that was a nap time Ambien.
Charged with aggravated robbery with a firearm, tampering with evidence. Look up Ann Meyer, M-A-Y-E-R. Is it
She
Mayer?
kind of looks like Richard Simmons' sister.
But she's wearing a Disney shirt. You go, what causes this kind of thing to happen?
What do you mean Disney shirt? I don't see.
No, in the mugshot, in her mugshot.
Oh, in the mugshot when she
her
got
mugshot,
arrested.
yeah, when
okay,
she got
so
arrested, she
she
was-
wasn't foolish enough to rob the bank with a
No.
Disney shirt. Well then,
She had Universal Studios.
No, but what makes a woman an old lady rob a bank?
Fed up.
We're fed up. That's it.
She's trying to support her van life.
Right. She wants that.
Thinking of the
$200K a year is
B200,
hard to
dude.
keep. She's living that van life, dude. She's stopping robbing banks like the KC Wolf.
She's got to buy all these damn Stanley Cups for her grandkids. I get it.
And needs new tennis balls.
she used to work there, or did she say like the teller was mean to her or something one time?
No, she did. I didn't see a reason why she
scroll
did it.
up her mugshot again. Damn.
Right? Richard Simmons'
Damn
sister?
right. Old lady.
Good for her.
Kind of, right?
Can you really
I
get in
kind of
trouble
thought the
at that
same
age?
thing. Good for you getting out there.
She kind of looks like Mr. Goodbody.
You got to stay
She
active.
does.
Man.
Good for you doing things.
Stay active.
You can't just sit in the house.
You stop moving, you stop living. You know what I'm saying?
That's
right. Maybe she just wanted that was a bucket list thing.
She's like, I'm going out soon. I've always had this dream. Just let her have it.
I've always wanted a robber bank.
She didn't hurt anybody.
She allegedly displayed the handgun and then threw the clothes she wore out of her car window after the robbery.
Yeah.
That's the only information, though. We got nothing.
We got nothing else.
I need a quote.
No
Ann?
quotes. I want to know why. Well, I'll keep my eye on that.
Talk to us, Ann.
Had R.I.P. to Karen the ostrich, a beloved ostrich at the Topeka Zoo and Conservation Center in Kansas is dead
Oh, no.
after swallowing a set of keys from a staff member.
Whoa. She's had it too.
How dare you? How dare you laugh?
I'm sorry.
The zoo announced on Friday that 5-year-old Karen passed away after reaching beyond her exhibit's fence, grabbed and swallowed the keys. Staff did what they could. The adored ostrich had been at the zoo since March of '03, known for her love of playing in the water.
Guys, this Ann Meyer gal, not only was she
Let
wearing
me finish
this
this story first.
Dude, look at this shirt. I found the shirt. It's a DuckTales shirt. She's wearing a DuckTales shirt in her mugshot.
So-
This woman freaking rules.
What's the duck that's very rich on the beginning of the show?
Scrooge McDuck.
Dude, she's rolling Scrooge McDuck. That's what she was doing, robbing that bank. She's flying down the coins from the beginning
I found
of the show.
exact shirt and I had to share it. This lady's awesome. Go on.
I'm talking about, well, forget it now.
No,
Karen the ostrich.
come on, Karen the ostrich.
on.
You care about
frolics in the
ostriches?
No, I don't. Moon doesn't care. If you
I don't
DuckTales
care.
shirt.
I don't.
He doesn't care about a DuckTales shirt. You know what?
Let me hear about Karen the ostrich.
I already said what I had to say. She loves swimming, playing in water.
She's awesome.
Get to the Karen eulogy of the show.
She loves swimming, playing in water.
Let me add
She
this
ate-
memoriam
she
real
ate a
quick.
staff
Karen the
member's keys.
ostrich.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
She's a troublemaker. She's Ann Meyer in the making.
She just reached, ate
It's
the keys.
a duck blur.
Zoo said they're
I'm
taking.
sad.
If anybody was driving out of Topeka to go see Karen the ostrich,
Turn
that's
around.
Yeah, turn around.
go back home. The zoo's taking appropriate action regarding the team member involved. The zoo also said it's going to review and enhance safety protocols so this doesn't happen again.
They're going to make their keys less tasty.
R.I.P. Karen the ostrich. At least we know Ann Meyer had a DuckTale shirt on.
That's right.
Trader Joe's and the FDA are warning people not to eat Infinite Herbs brand organic basil sold at Trader Joe's due to a multi-state salmonella outbreak.
Damn.
The organic basil from Infinite Herbs was sold at Trader Joe's stores in 29 states and Washington, D.C. Every week it's something with Trader Joe's. Doesn't it seem like that?
Oh,
Every
this
week
is-
it's something.
What?
Something.
If you mean great flowers
Yeah.
and delicious food,
Something being
yes,
recalled.
it is.
This is this stuff, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It comes
'Cause
in like
they
the.
care.
It comes in like a little plastic tub.
Yeah, the fresh, fancy basil.
Customers who bought the organic basil from Trader Joe's should check their refrigerators and freezers and not eat. It's 2.5 ounce packages.
Missouri is one of those states.
Yep. Missouri and Illinois.
I wonder why it was on sale yesterday.
It says this brand. Oh, this brand was also. This brand
I
was
see
also
is Trader
sold
Joe's.
at Deerberg's.
Oh, Deerberg's.
Oh,
Okay, so the story I said did not say anything about Deerberg's. Okay, so Deerberg's too.
Yeah, this is April 2024 recall on Melissa's. It's called Melissa's brand fresh organic basil as well. Looks like basils.
More like
so it's
Bubis's brand, am I
Infinite
right?
Herbs is
Infinite Herbs at Trader Joe's.
and Melissa's brand at Deerberg's in Illinois and Missouri. You want salmonella?
No.
Usually happens within 12 to 72 hours of eating something contaminated. It's going to last you about 4 to 7 days. Violent diarrhea, vomiting.
It's my favorite kind of diarrhea.
It's the good one.
You ever had it? Anybody ever had salmonella?
No.
No.
I don't know.
What was that story?
Should I get it for the show?
Jeff's
No.
daughter.
Yeah.
Jeff's daughter had it when she was very, very young.
God, I get so skinny.
He
From a
said,
parakeet.
yeah, from a bird that he brought home. And he said it
You
was
on
amazing.
Ozempic? Nah, dog. Salmonella. I'm down 40 pounds. Violent diarrhea, my
Yeah,
brother.
right. Can't keep anything down.
That
Or
parakeet
in.
germ.
I'm not doing the shot. I just ate a raw chicken tendy.
There's a guy on social media. I don't know. Did we talk about
We
this?
did. The guy who was eating raw
Who's
chicken.
eating raw chicken?
Is
in
he
the
dead?
Oh, yeah.
In the hopes of getting it. I don't know if he got it.
I forgot that guy existed.
Reach for the stars.
Everything's been
He
done.
may
Dreams
not.
goes
Come
to
true.
show you. No ideas are new.
raw chicken eating guy. Where's he at now? Where are they at now, VH1?
Let's see. As of February 3rd,
His name's Liam
He's dead.
Hemsworth.
He might be in Topeka if there's.
he's eating raw chicken every day for 100 days to see what happens, end quote.
Yeah, the at raw chicken experiment. John, a Florida man. Wow.
Also quoted as saying, what's the worst thing that can happen?
Violent diarrhea.
And death.
I haven't seen any updated articles on it since February.
He's on day 95, you guys. 10
As
hours
of
ago.
when?
As of 10 hours ago.
Okay.
He says, day 95, the fajitas were above average, but my mouth smelled like an onion hours later when I went bowling. I'm not sure humans are supposed to eat those things.
Onions.
You know, he's just going to stop posting. And then you're going to go, he's dead. That's why I stopped posting.
So he's made it 95 days and hasn't gotten it?
No.
That's cool.
His mission is simple, to continue this raw chicken diet until he experiences, quote, a tummy ache.
I just don't, I think the texture of it alone would be.
So he's gone 95. He's gone
This is
95
day
days.
95.
I don't think I could handle raw chicken.
Ugh. Oh, it's like dripping too.
I know.
It says
It's so.
He's eating fajitas, and is that him eating fajitas?
Yeah, he's eating the pepper raw as well.
Yeah.
It says
And the red onion, which I'm
Oh,
a
he's
bit more
eating a red
offended.
onion, like a hand fruit.
Just raw?
Yeah.
Approximately 1 million people fall ill each year due to consuming contaminated poultry. This particular guy runs the risk of Campylobacter, Salmonella, Clostridium perfringens, and
All sorts of diseases you
other
can't.
things.
You won't catch that perfringens, dude.
No, all sorts of diseases you can't pronounce. Anybody pay for that Clear feature that lets you skip the line at airports? You know they have those little kiosks called Clear.
Yes, I do.
I've been tempted.
I have pre-check.
Pre-check, and there's global entry if you're out of
What's the
out of
difference
country.
between clear and pre-check? Because I go past those people.
Pre-check is TSA. Clear has nothing to do with that. It's a private company.
Clear is a third party.
And they basically put you to the front of the line, but it's not a TSA pre-check thing. So on occasion they'll throw me over in the TSA pre-check, but which you don't have to take
Do you
your
have
shoes
Clear?
off and all that. I do have Clear.
If you do clear, do you have to take off all your stuff still? You just go to the front of the line?
Most of the time you do. You still have to do all that kind of stuff because they'll put you in a normal line, but they walk you to the front.
Well, some people may start to shame you.
That's fine.
2 state senators in California just introduced a bill to ban Clear from airports in the state. The argument is it's just letting wealthier people pay to cut the line.
Welcome to the Earth.
When you sign up,
These are politicians, right?
when you sign up, Clear reads your biomarkers like fingerprints and eye scans. Then for $189 a year, you get to skip the first part of the TSA line.
Yeah.
A rep for the company escorts you directly to the X-ray machine, so you bypass the pores.
I'm still a peasant over here taking my shoes
I mean,
off.
you're also at an airport where it's poor folks probably aren't going to
The
be flying that
poor!
much, right?
Dude, that's
It's an
a waste
expensive
of money,
place.
too. Pre-check's $80, and it's good for 5 years. It's a pain in the ass. You got to go to an interview, and they got to clear you.
I did
But
it
once you're
a
done,
couple months ago.
It's the
Great.
best $80 I've ever spent because I never take my shoes and belt off. You don't have to take your electronics out of your bag. You don't have to take your bathroom bag out. You're basically cleared by TSA as a good to go. And you just
Yeah,
throw
you get
your
a separate
bag,
line.
Here's where that changes.
and then you walk through. I don't have to take my jacket off.
When
I don't
everybody
take my
has it.
jewelry off.
Here's
It's
where
great.
that changes. When the TSA pre-check line is now longer
closed.
than the other lines. And that happens in St. Louis more often than not now.
I've never had it be a problem.
That's fine. I'm just
Well,
saying.
Don't knock on wood.
So I'm
I've
telling you
never
this
had it be a
clear. So if you're at an airport, you've seen these Clear kiosks. This new bill in California would get rid of them, or third-party vendors like Clear would have to pay more for their own dedicated security line at airports in California. One of the politicians behind it is a Democrat. The other's a Republican. They say no one at the airport should have to suffer the, quote, indignity of somebody pushing you out of the way to let a rich person pass you. How many people have you pushed out of the way?
Zero.
Yeah.
They push them out for you, and then you just follow them. It does help at
I push you down to the ground.
it does help at
I
customs.
spit on you.
It does help at customs as well because my global entry expired and it's taken like a year. I still don't have.
I told you.
Dude, it's awful. So I still don't have that back in pocket, but Clear at least to help you get to a certain point. And when you're a lot of these are all connections now, and I have nearly missed flights by minutes. And had I not had that, I'd have missed the flight, the connection.
Flying on the backs of pores. California would be the first state to ban this, but it could be an uphill battle. Industry groups are lining up against it and calling it government overreach. Delta, United, and other major airlines are fighting the bill because they have partnerships with Clear. And they claim that they may even have to raise ticket prices if they do kick them out of California. I don't know what one thing has to do with the other, or it's going to be another excuse to raise ticket prices.
Is it something they own? Maybe?
Yeah, and Rafe, there's also TSA pre-check with some say is better. Costs $80, good for 5 years, as you mentioned. So
Totally. But
That's a good deal.
That's just becoming as long a line as anything, and you're paid $80 to be in it.
I don't agree with that. I've never had it be a problem, and even if it is if it does get long, at least it's moving.
you're still
faster.
through quicker.
Sometimes.
Nobody's disrobing and taking their shoes off.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
not having to take my shoes off.
I get it. I get it. I had
awesome.
it for a decade. I had it for some time there, and it was incredible. But some airports, it's wild. It just depends.
I had
It really all depends. I'm
same-
just trying to have all my options open.
I feel you on that. Having both, maybe, but at Lambert, if I got a 12:30 flight, I'm walking through the door at noon.
My wife, when she
I'm
got
through
home,
security at 12:05.
when she got home yesterday, by the way, she parked in one of the airport lots, and she was waiting for a Super Park shuttle. 45 minutes.
Dang.
45 minutes. What is going? Super Park. What is going on over there?
Super Park.
Nice.
Park.
You could have
What
walked.
is what is going on? She parked in like the C lot,
You could have walked.
and she said 15A buses passed.
C lot. Damn, bro. Everything
For,
okay at home?
for Terminal 1?
Yeah, you got to take the shuttle to the C lot.
Yeah, they connect now. You can at least, I mean, it would have probably save 10 minutes and a lot of walking, but that's
You can't
that's
walk
unacceptable. What, to Terminal 2 from Terminal 1?
there. No. From Terminal 1 to the C lot. You can't walk to the C lot.
To the C lot.
Yeah, it's one on Cypress.
Oh, okay.
What's
not-
going on, Super Park?
It's not safe to walk.
No. And plus, it's
I
like
guess
4
it-
miles.
Yeah, but still, you would have done it in less than 45 minutes.
And finally, if you don't work from home, you have a morning commute. Until somebody finally figures, teleporting out, you will have to drive your car. So how long do you spend in your car or on a bus or train or whatever, or walk across town? How long is your commute? The U.S. Department of Energy just released some new data on the average commute times by state. Overall, the average one-way commute in America is 27 minutes. The state where people are spending the most time commuting is
California.
New York. That's right. People there spend 33 minutes going to work. Maryland is second, followed by Jersey, D.C., and then Massachusetts. California is only sixth at under 30 minutes, despite being notorious, for their crammed highways or freeways. A sub 30-minute commute in L.A. is a perk. On average, our commute here in Missouri is 24 minutes.
Interesting.
Illinois, it's 27 to 28 minutes. If you want to move to a state with a short commute, consider both of the Dakotas. South Dakota, North Dakota, average commute time of less than 18 minutes. Wyoming is next, followed by Montana, Nebraska, and then Alaska. It's a little surprising, the vast states like that would have shorter commutes than cities with public transportation. But even if you're covering less distance, you have to factor in walking to and from mass transit along with the wait times.
Yeah. You'd think, Montana would be longer commutes because you live out in the middle of nowhere.
I just want to say, though, commutes are usually talked about in a negative light. But there are people who enjoy their commutes, especially when they have a great show like this to listen to along the way.
Oh.
Am I right, St. Louis? Thank you for listening.
People have gotten jobs farther away just because they want
Yep.
a longer commute.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
I'll be honest with you. I do appreciate my time in the car coming to work every morning. I
Me
really
too.
do.
Me
And
too.
I enjoy going home.
Same.
That's where I get my me time in. I got my me time, listen to what I want to listen to.
It's good music time.
It's good. It's a great music time. It's good podcast time.
Great time to honk your horn.
Great time to just be screaming in your car.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a good time to cry.
Yep.
Great.
Well, I do
That's
that in the
after
shower.
work. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I usually get it all out in the
I
shower.
cry in the garage before I come in, and then on the way home, usually.
Yeah, hopefully with the door open.
No.
Have you guys ever cried in the car, like in daylight, driving somewhere? I mean, I have, but nobody's surprised by that. And you see other people looking in your car and being like, you know that they're probably like, what the hell's wrong with that woman? Have you guys ever done that before?
No.
I don't know.
I've cried in the car to a song.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, where you get so choked up.
I told you, I cried.
Forever
you
Young. Was it
Forever Young from
Surgeon.
Rod Stewart's Forever Young.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
Just the fact that you're in a big gray Jeep is hilarious to me. And somebody looks over and he's like, the rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum. And you just got tears streaming down your face.
Forever
It's like
Young.
all these rubber ducks in the windshield. You're like patting your face with a duck.
I can
It's
see
a
you
Jeep thing.
crying to Bruce.
Yeah, crying in your Jeep is a Jeep thing. You
All right, so
understand.
I do have to admit something. So
need a
Sunday, my daughter at her cheer facility, they had a big showcase. All the girls are going to the big competition in Florida in a couple weeks. So they had a big showcase for all the parents. You know, they've been working hard, and my daughter's group went up. They did their routine, and I started welling up.
Yeah, good.
Like my eyes got moist. I said, "What is this liquid?
What is that?
What is this?
new.
What is this?"
What is this salty
And
discharge?
I honestly, I was like, I think I may be getting over emotional here.
Oh, no.
And then I realized that everybody would. It was a ton of people there. There was a ton of people. So everybody was in the big gym, and they were kind of sitting down or kneeling on the gym mats, so people in the back could see. Mm-hmm. And I started welling up, and enough where I needed like a tissue to like blot my eyes.
Oh.
And then I realized my butt crack was showing because I was kneeling, and that ended that.
and other people were crying as well. And you weren't the only one with tears.
Honey, there's a very upset plumber up front.
And I was like, my butt crack's showing. I don't know how long it's been showing before. And everything went away. The emotion went away. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm that guy.
That is awesome.
Your butt crack guy. Cool.
I have these like low riding jeans, you know?
Yeah,
My shirt
yeah.
wasn't pulled down.
You're
2001.
sagging as the dad.
I was
That's
sagging.
neat.
And it ruined the moment. It ruined the absolutely beautiful moment of me getting emotional, seeing my daughter after all that hard work. Now the routine. And old dad's butt crack is showing, and that went away.
Your eyes are welling up with tears. You got 2 inches of crack hanging out. You're still hearing Forever Young in your head.
Yeah.
May the good Lord bless and keep you. May your heart always be young. May you be... Put your ass crack away.
Oh.
Somebody interrupted the song in your head. Like, Mommy. Somebody threw a quarter in the slot.
Yeah, man.
Damn, bro.
And you know how I felt that the
What a
wind,
moment.
like the wind blew the right way. I go, ooh, I'm like, oh, and I put my hand. I was like, oh.
Oh, no.
I'm like, how long's that been going on? But
Exactly.
that's it.
Still a tender moment.
It was still a tender moment. I really did I was by myself. Yeah, my wife wasn't there. She was out of town, and I was the only representative from the Riz family there, and the smile on her face, and I really did get a little, ooh, man, it's dusty in here. And then the whole butt crack thing, and that,
It's over.
Damn,
it's over.
That's funny.
7:55, Tuesday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We have severe delays 270 eastbound between 55 and Missouri AB, average speed about 30 miles an hour. There's also delays 141 northbound between Clayworth and 64. Your point forecast, scattered evening rain, high of 69. Right now it's 55 at the Point Studio.
Hey, good points, by the way, from people with Ann, the woman who robbed the credit union. 74-year-old Ann. Nursing home's expensive. And she was wearing the Disney shirt. Disney's expensive.
Good points.
Indeed.
Dang.
You have
But
to
worth
rob
it.
a bank.
But worth
it.
every penny.
Yeah, okay. All right, we got Crab on Celebrities after the break. Learn what he got.
The Imagine Dragons are making us believers. Eminem shuts down the D. Where to watch the greatest roast of all time, and get your Kevin Costner boners ready, because we're going to guess what the top 10 Kevin Costner movies are.
If it's not Waterworld, list is a sham.
Oh,
Denied.
you might want to just prepare.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays, the porno birthday, all that and more next in your Crab on Celebrity. Stay there.
Like it sounds.
Last week, we got our winter report card, and I wanted to wait till the whole team was together, but Riz Show #1 in ratings once again for winter 2023-2024. Thank you guys so much, and every demo just crushed it.
Thank you.
So thank you all for tuning in, making us a part of your morning commute or whatever, listening to us on podcast. You guys are there for us, and it's much appreciated. #1 show again in morning radio in St. Louis. And listen, I know our listeners are quite passionate, especially if one little mistake is made. God forbid. We're not perfect.
No, we're human.
We're human beings. And King Scott yesterday, I guess, uploaded the wrong podcast.
Well, Fridays. Yeah.
Well, yesterday you uploaded Friday's podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
So the title for yesterday's podcast was right, but the content of the actual podcast was incorrect.
Oh, boy.
And boy, did people
Have a meltdown.
have to tell us how stupid we are and how we ruin days. Which, and again, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being so passionate about this program.
Hey, people have a routine, okay? And they want to hear new episodes.
And I get it. And we try to get it up as soon as we can. As soon as I saw the messages come through, I called Scott.
And I want to personally apologize to Johnny Venus.
Oh.
Moon's drummer. He was very upset. Hopefully it didn't ruin his whole week.
I mean, the Molotov cocktail in the living room through the window was a bit much, but we know you love the show, buddy.
It was mentioned to me at there's a teacher from France, our France demographic. I might add.
Hey. We have one out there.
Our international demo. She's like, I listened to 6 and 7 live, and then I catch up on the podcast at lunch, and I noticed today you guys uploaded there. I go, it's fixed, lady.
Yeah, we fixed it.
Bon appetit.
Apologize.
Yeah.
What happened there, Scott?
I put the wrong date in. I just
there you go.
Yeah, it was because they're right next to each other, and I clicked the wrong one. Just boop,
all good.
Shot her into the
up into the cloud. I don't know how it works. It goes to the cloud.
Yeah, I went online and then used the browser and accidentally clicked the wrong.
You total turd.
I know. I was on the internet and messed up.
You're the
well, we had the pneumatic tube, so it goes. So Scott.
Oh.
There goes the
so
podcast.
Scott, it's like a pneumatic
bank?
tube, like at the bank, and it goes up into the cloud. Al Gore takes it.
Oh, yes.
And then uploads it to the Apple Podcasts.
Interesting.
Which is wonderful.
Joe Rogan takes it to Spotify.
Uh-huh.
That's how this works.
Yep.
Thank you for explaining it to us.
Yeah.
Apologies, everybody. All right, today is April 22nd. We'll go down in history as the day that Scott uploaded the wrong podcast.
On Earth Day.
On Earth Day of all days.
I mean.
All right, today is April 23rd. Back in the day, 408 years ago, in 1616, old Bill Shakespeare dies. He was how old?
47.
58.
30.
Part of the 27 Club.
Really?
No.
What?
I thought he was 50.
It's 52.
Jimmy Janis and Shakespeare?
Old Bill Shakespeare.
Billy Shakes.
116 years ago, 1908, President Teddy Roosevelt signs an act creating the U.S. Army Reserve. It was originally established to call medical officers into active duty in an emergency situation. It was expanded to other soldiers 4 years later. 110 years ago, 1914, Wrigley Field opens up in Chicago. Their first team was the Chicago Whales in the now defunct Federal League. The Cubs played their first game there 2 years later, shortly after the Whales folded. 68 years ago, 1956, the real Elvis played his first show in Vegas and friggin' bombed. He performed for 2 weeks at the New Frontier Hotel and felt so disconnected from the middle-aged audience, he didn't go back until 1969. 60 years ago, in 1964, Ken Johnson of the Colt 45s, Houston Colt 45s, became the first pitcher to throw a no-hitter and lose the game. The 45s lost 1-0 to the Cincinnati Reds on an error in the ninth inning.
That's crazy.
53 years ago, 1971, the Rolling Stones put out their Sticky Fingers album. Is that the one with that's the one with the zipper?
Yeah.
All right, my dad had that. It's got to be somewhere
My mom
at
has
my
it.
mom's house.
Yeah, that's cool.
The vinyl record, it had her actual zipper on it.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
And you
That had-
opened it up, and Mick Jagger's little wiener was in there.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
His little one.
It was like a little stuffed plush dong.
Brown Sugar, Wild Horses was on that. Can't You Hear Me Knocking. 39 years ago, 1985, Coca-Cola announces it was changing the secret flavor formula for Coke. And here we go, guys. New Coke. People hated New Coke.
Yeah.
So the company quickly pivoted and reintroduced Coca-Cola Classic. They dropped the word classic in 2009. 35 years ago, 1989, with the first pick in the NFL draft, the Dallas Cowboys selected UCLA quarterback
Troy Aikman.
He led them to 3 Super Bowls, played for the Cowboys until he retired in the year 2000. That same day, Baywatch premieres on NBC.
Oh, my gosh. I told you I got that new smart fridge, and I was watching Bob Ross on it.
Yes.
And I didn't realize, like, there's other stuff on there. And I was like, what else is it playing besides Bob Ross?
Baywatch
What else?
channel?
Yeah. It was Baywatch. So I thought it would be funny if my wife came home from soccer practice and Baywatch was on the fridge. And I did. I did forget about it.
Yeah, Moon got one of these new smart fridges, which has like basically a TV on the front.
It's got a TV on the front. It's so silly. And but kind of cool, I guess. I was watching my Bob Ross and eating grape nuts. And my kids came into the room, and because I left the room, I forgot. And they go, "What the heck is this?" And it was, some guy drowning, and Yasmin Bleeth pulls him out and is giving him mouth to mouth. And the Australian other lifeguard is like, "Stop doing that. Use a mask." And she's like, "There's no time. We've got to save his life." And then he walks away, and the guy goes, "You should have used a mask." And she's like, "It's about his life." And he goes, whatever her name is, Crystal, he has AIDS. And I was like, wow.
Damn, you're really watching Baywatch.
This was a straight up 1990 Baywatch episode, if I've ever seen him. And it was like, and then like that weird violin music starts. And I was just like, what? I got to turn this off. I could, when every show was like doing an AIDS episode back then.
Yeah, that was the best, man.
That was the one that was playing on my fridge.
Those were great.
The famous Walker, Texas Ranger.
And my kids were like,
Walker told me,
I'm going to play it.
My kids were like, why is this on our fridge? It was a bizarre
This is a
scene.
very long story for you to retcon getting caught watching Baywatch on your smart fridge, I feel like.
Well, all those
I
episodes.
feel like you're laying a cover story right now because she caught you watching Baywatch. Like,
all those episodes.
She didn't even get it on the joke. This is
had
all
some
before
kind of
soccer.
moral message, right?
All of them.
All of them. And there was always an AIDS episode, especially the early 90s, late 80s. This is from Walker, Texas Ranger. This is the infamous AIDS episode with Haley Joel Osment.
Yes.
Here we go.
The truck pulls up.
So much shorter than a week, but in some ways, a lot longer.
I know Chuck Norris.
Hey there! Welcome home! It's okay, Aunt Alex. I'm a man now.
Oh, thank you. That reservation still standing? Barely.
And how you doing, little partner?
Fine. And it's little visitor now. Attaboyoli's how you say it in Cherokee.
Oh, well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned.
There's the violence.
Walker told me I have AIDS.
Oh, God.
I remember that one. I remember that one.
He's so little.
He's so little.
That one lives forever. But I had no idea Baywatch had an AIDS episode until it was on my fridge.
They all had AIDS.
Now we all know.
Yep. I didn't know.
Where was that? 29 years ago, 1995, the great Howard Cosell dies in New York at the age of 77. 25 years ago, Cardinal history. 1999, Fernando Tatis becomes the only player in Major League history to hit 2 grand slams in the same game in one inning.
At Dodger Stadium.
He hits both off Dodger starter Chan Ho Park in an 11-run third inning, setting the Major League record. 8 RBIs in one inning also breaks the old record of 6. 19 years ago, 2005, the very first YouTube video was posted. It was a clip of one of the co-founders standing in front of elephants at the San Diego Zoo. And 8 years ago, in 2016, Beyonce releases her 6th record, Lemonade, which came out simultaneously with a 65-minute HBO special.
Was that the sneak attack one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was cool. If you've never seen that concert, if you like Beyonce, watch that Lemonade music.
Am I allowed to say I'm not a fan?
You are. I think you'd watch it and you'd get something out of it, though. She's real angry in it, and I enjoyed it.
All right, that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by nobody. Sponsor crap on. Yesterday, we announced that Imagine Dragons will be stopping by St. Louis on their tour, August 16th, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. They've also announced their 6th studio album, Loom, which features the single Eyes Closed, plus all sorts of new music coming out on June 28th. So if you missed that announcement yesterday, tickets will be available with the city presale today at 10 a.m. We have a point presale. Go to 1057thepoint.com for that.
Did you just see what came across?
No. Oh,
Pitbull coming to town. Mr. Worldwide.
Wow.
With T-Pain.
On a Saturday?
Hip new
September
artist.
22nd at the amphitheater.
Oh, yes.
Heck yeah.
Well, hey, if you like that, you're going to love this. Eminem is stepping up once again in his unofficial role as Detroit's Goodwill ambassador to hype up the NFL draft, coming to his hometown later in April. The clip was shared on ESPN socials over the weekend. We have a little bit of audio where Eminem, introduces himself. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell's there. They're both so fired up about the NFL draft. Let's hear a little bit of
Fired
this.
up about the draft.
I'm Eminem. This is Roger Goodell, and we are so fired up this year for the NFL draft.
Live from the D.
You could just say Detroit.
That's what I said.
You said the D.
Detroit.
Am I being punked?
The D.
Cool. It's going to be live 7 p.m. on ABC this Thursday.
Yeah, the old NFL draft, huh?
Yeah, big
Can't
time.
wait. You coming over?
Are you making
Bring Tim.
Is
I'm bringing draft.
hot
I'm
dog cart
making.
going to be there?
No, I'm making draft hummus like I always
that you
do
normally
every
do.
year.
This draft
Every
hummus
year,
is
draft
unbelievable.
hummus. Yep, there'll be books written about it.
Wow. John Bon Jovi is going to serve as a guest mentor for the grand finale of American Idol. It's going to happen on May 19th. He was following Gene Simmons of Kiss, who appeared this past Sunday. Cool. Hey, Jelly Roll no longer uses the internet because he got sick of being bullied so much about his weight. Here's a little audio of his wife, Bunny XO, talking about that.
My husband got off the internet because he is so tired of being bullied about his weight. And that makes me want to cry because he is the sweetest angel baby. My husband doesn't show it to you guys, but I'm going to have a very vulnerable moment here. It hurts him. The internet can say whatever they want about you. And they say, well, you're a celebrity. You're supposed to be able to handle it. We're not. Enough is enough. Don't bully people because you never know where they are mentally.
Okay.
The trailer is out.
I don't know if there's anything more to add to that. Anybody?
She covered it all. The trailer is out for Tom Brady getting roasted. It is called The Greatest Roast of All Time, Tom Brady. It's going to be live on Netflix the night of Cinco de Mayo, which is this Sunday. Here's a little bit of the trailer for what we can expect.
The roast of Tom Brady.
The man, the arena, the roast of Tom Brady, live on Netflix. No helmets, no mercy, no Brady rule.
No problem.
The greatest roast of all time, Tom Brady, live, hosted by me, Kevin Hart, with a lineup of surprise guests.
We're coming for you, pretty boy. I'm unroastable. Let's go.
So the other one is Jeff Ross, I heard.
Yeah, so Kevin Hart, Jeff Ross, many others. This is going to be live, so we're going to see good, bad, the entire event, which is kind of interesting. It won't be all produced up as much as maybe other roasts have been on Netflix.
I like those roasts.
Me too.
I know I got to hear a couple of the writers for the roast were on the festival with me this last weekend. I got a couple preview jokes, and he is very roastable. There's some good ones.
Oh, there's a lot
and
to
there's
say
some
about Tom Brady.
Surprise guests.
Do you know anybody?
I do.
Can you name one?
I'm not allowed to say. I don't think. Someone entrusted me with the information, but I will say there are other NFL players showing up.
Are they going to talk about how he's average looking? Because that would be cool.
It's probably yours, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe they got Tom Selleck.
I don't know.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not one of the special guests.
Could be Blue Bloods.
Paramount. Did you watch Pluto TV? Anybody?
I don't even know. I don't even know where that is.
It's just on, it's in your. If you have an Amazon Fire Stick, you can just get Pluto TV. I don't know how it.
What's on there?
Everything. They have movies. They have great TV shows, and they're now going to have a dedicated channel all to South Park episodes. So nonstop. South Park. It's made by Paramount. It's free ad-supported streaming television. It's great.
Oh, so you don't have to subscribe?
No, it's just there.
Oh.
Is that the one that started off No, that was Crackle. Comedians in cars getting coffee. Remember that?
Oh,
yeah.
That was a Crackle thing. I had that for a minute.
So if you're a South Park fan, look out for Pluto TV. In movie news, well, this is kind of music and movies. Jennifer Lopez has done it all. People are talking about how her career is tanking. Her new album, This Is Me Now, it's underperformed. She had to cancel several tour dates because of low ticket sales. And so people are asking, what's causing this? And one brand expert says it all started in 2022 with the Super Bowl documentary Halftime, where J-Lo griped about having to share the stage with Shakira. Her grievance about it wasn't expressed eloquently and made her seem unlikable. But then they also said her marriage to Ben Affleck and her resting sad face all the time in the shadow of being beloved and long-suffering Jennifer Garner. Much of the imagery that we've seen of J-Lo has been so mundane. The car rides with Ben, the curbside arguments, the fast food takeaways.
Oh, she doesn't seem happy.
She just doesn't seem happy. She looks miserable.
She's not Jenny from the block anymore.
Was there another documentary? They were talking about, somebody was talking about this.
Yeah, there's two documentaries.
It was like the making of her new record, I thought.
Yeah, I heard that she
one.
didn't come off great in that either.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, people were like roasting her online, saying like she just seemed out of touch, and delusional was the word I kept hearing. I don't know how it pertains. I haven't seen it.
People that famous for that long, I don't know if she has somebody in her life to be like, hey, you shouldn't be saying this. Like you're making yourself look out of touch.
Right. Maybe she is really unhappy, though. I mean, everything I've seen on Us Weekly and in the stupid tabloids of her, she's always upset with Ben Affleck. They both look miserable. I mean, I'm sure they're not all the time, but why? How can you be that pissed off all the time?
She needs a rebrand.
Tom Cruise, speaking of rebrand, breakdances. He was at Victoria Beckham's star-studded 50th birthday party over the weekend. No cameras were allowed inside, but man, I wish we could have seen it. Tom Cruise was busting a move alongside Gordon Ramsay, Salma Hayek, Jason Statham, and apparently he's got the skills.
Breakdancing,
Tom Cruise. Little itty-bitty Tom Cruise out there just spinning on his head.
Whoa. No cameras, huh?
I wish I could have seen it. In her tell-all book, Rebel Wilson recalls the time that she was invited to a drug-fueled orgy by a member of the British royal family. A tech billionaire hosted a 2014 medieval-themed party in L.A. Rebel doesn't go into her book and say who the royal was, but he's 15th or 20th in line to the British throne, she says. There were huge private fireworks on display. Then a guy comes out with a large tray piled with what looks like a ton of candy, and actually it was MDMA, ecstasy, and so she got the hell out of there.
Hell yeah. What?
She didn't want to be a part of that party.
You don't want to, when they start bringing out trays of MDMA, you leave?
Yeah.
And an idiot.
Well. And finally, what is the best Kevin Costner movie of all time? We have a list. Parade.com put together this list, so don't
They're going to
be mad at
say
me.
Field of Dreams is number one.
Oh, they're going to say Bull Durham.
Field of Dreams is number 2. Bull Durham is number 1.
Okay. Bull Durham's it's a great movie.
Dances with Wolves 3.
Number 5, Dances with Wolves.
Number 5. Okay, so
what was the one where he was like an FBI guy?
JFK.
Oh, JFK.
JFK is number 3.
Draft Day.
Range.
No, there was
Draft Day not on the list.
There's another one when he was chasing somebody, Woody Harrelson or somebody. It was it was one of those chase partner chase movies.
Well, they had the movie where he played Elliot Ness, which was The Untouchables.
Oh, The Untouchables.
The Untouchables, number 4.
That's a good one.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Well, he had one where he and Woody Harrelson were the cops chasing Bonnie and Clyde on Netflix.
That
yeah,
was
what was
awesome.
that?
That was a
did well.
miniseries.
Highwayman? Highway guy?
Hidden. No. The Highwayman is on the list, but not top 10.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Hidden Figures is number 8. I just kind of blew that one.
Hidden Figures. What is that?
That was about the women in astronomy who were part of NASA. Octavia Spencer.
Is Mr.
They were the
Brooks on this?
mathematicians.
The mathematicians, yes.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
That is number 12.
The Bodyguard.
Really?
The Bodyguard is number 20.
Whoa.
I love Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, but I didn't think it was a good movie. I didn't think people thought it was a good movie.
Waterworld is number 25, by the way.
So where's Open Range at?
Open Range is number 7.
Wyatt Earp.
Not on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Wyatt Earp is awesome. Mr. Brooks?
We have all those cups from Draft Day. I don't know if that was trash or not.
I said that one
Oh,
already.
you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tin
okay.
Cup.
Tin Cup,
Good
number
movie.
19.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Where are we missing in the top 10?
6, 9, and 10.
Can you give us the years? Do you have
Yes.
years?
So number 6 is 1993. Number 9 is 1985, and number 10 is 2005.
Was he in Bodyguard?
Yeah,
that was
he
number
was
20.
the Bodyguard.
We already said Field of Dreams. We
You
already
got to take a
said
listening class.
93. What the heck? Was it a Western? Oh, the
It is a
Postman.
Western.
Postman.
No,
No.
that was he got the
Postman was
Razzie
red.
for that.
This is a Clint
That was the
Eastwood movie.
follow-up to Dances with Wolves, right?
I like that movie actually. I think
Postman's
it's
awesome.
better, but he won. That movie won
It was bad?
worst movie of the year, and he won the Razzie for that.
I didn't know that.
Message in a Bottle.
I was trying
Tom
to think of
Petty's in that.
93.
Nah.
93.
This is a Clint Eastwood movie from 1993.
Oh, yeah. What is that movie? That was a good ass movie.
A Perfect World?
Perfect World.
Perfect.
yeah.
I don't know that one.
Oh, that's when he's the father.
He's an escape convict.
That's right, and he's got a kid in the car.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I'll give you a hint. Number 9 from 1985 has Kevin Kline and Danny Glover in it.
Silverado.
Silverado, number 9. And then I never heard of this one. It's from 2005, The Upside of Anger.
Wow.
Upside of Anger.
He's got a good resume, Kevin Costner.
He does.
He's not.
For as much as he gets panned,
And he's possibly dating Jewel.
Does he get panned?
I feel like Costner went through a it was cool to hate Kevin Costner phase, and
He's back to being cool again.
but then now it's cool to hate Yellowstone. I feel like he's going back to being cool to hate him again. He'll weather
I
it.
thought Yellowstone was beloved.
It is, but I feel like there's like a subsect of people that are like
Got too popular.
got too big.
Man, I know we talked
Now the
about
Nickelback of shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, that show did kind of jump rails a little bit.
Did it? I
mean, it's a
have
male
not
soap
seen an
opera.
episode.
Yeah, it got super soapy.
It's good, but I mean you have to take it for what it is. It's
it was great until it was good.
a toxically masculine soap opera.
That's right up my alley, buddy.
You'd love it.
Was Costner in that movie? I know we've talked about this before, where like the son and him like take on the bullies in the woods, and they have like a fort or something. There's like
Yes.
a war. It's called the War or something.
Oh, yeah, The War.
That was Kevin Costner.
That's Kevin Costner.
That's a fun one.
The War.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Chloe Kim, the Olympic gold medal snowboarder, is 24. Gigi Hadid is 29. Dev Patel is 34. Gemma Whelan, that's Yara Greyjoy on Game of Thrones, is 43. Cal Penn is 47. John Oliver is 47. John Cena is 47. George Lopez is 63. Valerie Bertinelli is 64. Michael Moore is 70. Joyce DeWitt, that's Janet on Three's Company, is 75. Lee Majors is 85. And Alan Oppenheimer, that is the voice of Skeletor on the old school He-Man. Also played Rudy Wells in The $6 Million Man and replaced the guy who continued the role on the Bionic Woman. Alan Oppenheimer is 94 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Casey Parker. And today's birthday girl, let's see if you could pick out a theme for her movies.
Okay.
She was in Big Big Babes, 46. Cash for Chunkers, 5 and 8. Daddy Likes 'Em Fatty, 5. Heavy Hitters. Huge Boobs, 5. Mega Babes. She was in Pretty Plumpers, 5. Scale Bustin' Babes, 38 and 42. And Who Could Forget a Role? In 2011's Young, Fat, and Horny.
She's a brunette.
That's it. Casey Parker is 40 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Let's give away some stuff. Moon, if you would, the Great Wheel. Bring out the Great Wheel. We're going to play Do It Bitch next. So we need the teams first. We'll get the teams going. The Great Wheel will decide. Each team will have a gambler and a guesser. Guesser will leave the room, give the gamblers a category. They'll go back and forth, betting on how many things their teammate will name in that category in 10 seconds. If the gambler thinks the other team has overplayed their hand, they will say, do it, bitch. We'll bring the guessers back in. We'll see if the guesser can make good on the gamble. Best of 5, losing team gets shot with the airsoft gun. We'll get 4 people on the phone.
Okay.
We'll see what team they want to be on. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833.
Who's the host?
Me. And the people on the phone will have a chance to win Point Fest tickets, Five Finger Death Punch Marilyn Manson tickets, KG Elephant tickets, and tickets for Can You Feel the Punk Tonight, May 11th, over at the pageant. All right, Moon, spin the Great Wheel. Let's see.
First
Wheel
name.
decides. The first name is Rafe.
It's me.
Okay, who will Rafe's teammate be? Rafe's teammate will be... It's Rafe and Moon.
No way, I'm on the winning team?
Rafe
That's
and Moon.
right, you are, pal.
Have we ever been on the same team? I feel like we're always in the hallway together.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I don't think you guys. I don't think you guys have ever been a team.
I don't think we've ever spun and been on this. I feel like we're always pitted against one another. This
So
will
it's
be
Rafe and Moon versus Lern and King Scott.
We got it.
This is great because you know my strengths and my weaknesses. This is going to be excellent.
I cannot wait to get this started. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Dude, bitch, next.
Wow.
Next. I'm really trying to get into it, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
Like, that's how Bob Barker used to throw it to commercial, too. 831, like, Plinko's next.
We'll get you in next.
Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Left lane blocked due to a crash 270 southbound at Olive. There's also a crash 64 westbound just before Clayton. Your point forecast, scattered evening rain, high of 69. Right now it's 57 at the Point Studio.
Talk about this.
There is.
All right, welcome back to the program. All right, let's play a game.
Let's play.
All right, we're playing Do It, Bitch. That's right. Do it, bitch. There it is. Oh. So it is Team Moon and Rafe versus Team Lern and King Scott. I think this is the first time we've had these two teams.
Really?
Do you guys remember playing?
I don't think
together?
I don't think I've ever been
I
Scott's
thought we've
teammate.
been at least once.
I don't remember. Well, we'll just say it's the first time.
Let's just say it.
Let's just say it.
In
If it's
2024.
If it's true, whatever.
Someone
If
will let
not-
us know if it's
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, so the Great Wheel decided the teams. We got some people on the phone. Let's see who they're going to go with. Chris and Fenton. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
All right, Chris, is it going to be Rafe and Moon or Lern and King Scott?
I'm going to have to go with Rafe and Moon today.
Oh, well, that sucks
Hang
for
on
you.
1 second. Prove them wrong. Nathan, what team are you going with?
Rafe and Moon, don't let me down.
Rafe and Moon. Okay.
Just adding all
Andrew,
these men to my list of
who
men.
are you going with?
Can I go with Rafe and Moon?
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
go for it.
Mike, who are
happened
you
last
going
time
with?
and they all lost.
I'm going to go with Lern and King Scott.
Oh,
Finally, somebody
all right.
wants tickets.
What is
All
this
right.
man's name?
Mike.
Mike.
You're playing for Mike.
We love you, Mike.
Yep, Mike's our boy.
All right, if they picked the right team, they have their choice. Point Fest tickets, Five Finger Death Punch Marilyn Manson tickets, Cage the Elephant tickets, or tickets to go to Can You Feel the Punk tonight, Saturday night, May 11th, the pageant. You get 2 tickets for that 3 p.m. early show.
I love you guys. You guys are the two nicest people on the show, but I hope you die a shameful.
I mean, die.
We don't need your
Horrible death.
fake stuff right
Die.
now telling us we're nice,
Yes.
okay?
Don't you
We're
think it's a bit
ruthless.
extreme?
Wow, that's
in this competition. I
You
hope
know-
you,
Oh, yeah.
I hope
He
you
is
die
a-
a shameful, disgusting, embarrassing death.
He's my cousin now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Moon, you got the clock ready?
We go down.
Hang on, we need to
will not
pick.
go down.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
do you
got
know
it.
what's going on?
I know
Okay,
what's
great.
going on.
Thanks.
Let me host. You had.
This is what it's like when I host. You
I don't
do
say
this
a
to me.
word.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, yes, you do.
Let's not-
I don't
let's
say a
not
damn
lie to the
word.
people.
Yes, you do.
Clock works. Good to
Clock
go.
works.
All right, now, since the Great Wheel picked Rafe's name first, Team Rafe and Moon will decide who the first gambler and who the first guesser will be.
You're the captain, man. You pick.
I will gamble first.
Rafe will gamble first.
You
King
would.
Scott and Lern.
I
Who
will
be your
gamble
first
first.
gambler? Okay, so you'll be the gambler first, Lern.
Yes.
We'll send the cousin brothers out of the
Alrighty.
room.
Remember, he's not your family right now. I'm your family.
Cobros.
Got to remember this.
Okay?
You're my family.
I'm
Mike's
your,
my family.
I'm your sister
right into
now,
our hands.
okay?
All
right.
Get out of the room.
They're going to let Moon bid against King Scott. This is not looking well for you, Mike.
Okay. Rafe
Okay.
and Lern.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first category is words that rhyme with cat.
Great.
Okay.
Words that rhyme with cat.
Boom.
All right.
So
It's just pretty straightforward. Not a lot
pretty
of.
straightforward, not a lot of nuance here.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with Lern.
Yeah.
In 10 seconds, how many words that rhyme with cat can King Scott name?
8.
Whoa.
8. Okay. 8. Rafe. Can Moon name 9 words?
Do it, bitch.
Let's go.
So King Scott is up first.
Scat, Matt, Vat,
We get it.
Yeah,
I get it. There are a lot of words.
I'll tell you this. I just want to predict this. There's a brain freeze coming.
Well, that's
There's
your
frost on the
This
pumpkin.
is where you're wrong, okay?
There's frost on that.
I have
red
drugged Scott
pumpkin.
with Adderall before. He doesn't know.
Okay.
No, things are
I'm
going
bringing
to be
him in.
great.
I'm bringing him in.
Brain freeze coming.
Here we go. Let's go.
We got wrapped up.
Oh, yeah? You're having
wrapped up in
fun
what?
anti-family
We got
talk out there?
Wrapped up in a conversation with Video Joey, which is always fun, and we forgot what we were doing. And then
Oh, you're playing Do It, bitch.
that's right.
That's right.
Okay, guys, the number's 8.
Dadgummit.
Dang,
The
that's
number's 8, and I will tell you that
heavy,
it
boy.
did not go. It did not go back and forth. This was a straightaway Do It, bitch.
Wow.
Wow.
And King Scott, you're up.
All right.
8 out the gate.
Hey, look
8 at the gate. 8
You got
at
it.
the gate.
You totally have
What
this.
we just talked
All
about.
right, Moon, you ready?
Zen.
All right.
Ready,
Ready, sir.
Don't look at anybody.
Okay.
Scott, in 10 seconds,
Look at me.
I need you to name at least 8 words that rhyme with cat.
Hat, bat, fat, chat, brat, zat, mat, nat, pat.
Bitch.
You had 9.
I had 9.
What did he say Matt twice?
First of all, Zat does not count.
That's
I know,
It's not a word.
I didn't count.
Back down to 8.
Words that rhyme with Matt,
Yeah,
with
not
cat.
Not sounds.
Words.
You think Zat isn't a word?
No, I
We're
think he
playing
did say an
Wordle.
extra word, though. I think he did get an extra word
So I
in there.
put pad in there.
8.
I need a playback
Guys,
on that.
Zat has multiple meanings. A rank in the Mansdebar system of Mughal Empire. The ISO, it's a Zat.
All right.
The
That
Zat
sounds
is a
like a
code
pile
for
of
airport
shit
China.
to me.
It's a village in Iran. Zat.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
I still would like.
Zat.
No
All
need to-
right, I guess he got it. I counted 8, and I thought he said Matt twice, but that's fine.
Zat
he
also
said
indicates.
8 was the word. 8 was the number.
Well, I thought he said Matt twice.
Well, I said
That would be
9.
8.
Zat.
That would
is-
be the same word twice.
He had
though.
9, though. He got 9.
Oh,
So it would
okay.
be 8. Yeah.
It would have been 8.
the fact that Zat is a real word.
I love
Crazy.
He
it.
stumbled into it.
Hey, the Lord is on our team.
Yes, he
okay?
is.
Woo, yes.
He gave
We
an
got
extra
Mike.
word.
Everything for Mike.
So I was counting along.
Oh, look at that. Is that? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. If you put in, is that a word? Not
What is-
a word.
You're using Bing, by the way.
No,
It's
we're
not even
using
a real
Scrabble.
browser.
You're in your Bing.
We're
Then why
using
does
Scrabble.
Google, which is much more elite
Yeah,
and smart,
Google's the smart one.
Zat has multiple
That
meanings.
is not a Scrabble word.
Everything has multiple meanings.
It's a village in Iran. That's a word.
That's a word.
Zat is not a Scrabble word because you can't use proper nouns, right?
Yeah, but it still rhymes.
It's still a word.
The higher the Zat, the more prestigious and
I gave
noble
it to
the
him.
rank. Suck on this.
Get out.
Wordle should be the definition.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Here's a cartoon that says Zat is not a word. What is that?
Ah, yes, I win.
Hey, that was impressive.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had talked about 7 the max, and all of a sudden we're at 8.
All right, well, you did it, buddy.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. The next category is rap artists. Rap artists.
Okay.
Rap artists. I will take also groups like if you say Tribe Called Quest, that does count.
And if they've appeared on a rap song, does it count?
Rap artists.
Okay, just rap artists. Okay.
Okay, and we'll start with Moon.
Rafe can do 7.
7.
Man.
Can Lern do 8? King
Yeah,
Scott?
she could easily do 8,
Do it,
but I'm
bitch.
going to say do it, bitch.
Oh,
whoa.
how's it better? What? What'd you do?
I went do it, bitch.
All right, great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
I thought.
what are you doing? You're ruining the game.
I'm sorry.
No, he's making
he
it great.
ruined the game. I did a good job.
Come on in, you weirdos. Let's go.
Oh.
What, hey.
You don't call them in.
Oh,
Hey,
I don't call.
you don't call them in.
He's getting.
Oh,
I'm
no.
getting yelled at.
I call them in.
Guys, go back outside.
Go back outside, please.
Wow, this freaking
God.
thing is a mess.
You guys found a way to argue even when you're not.
Moon's called them in.
Okay.
And the
Door is-
And come on in, guys.
Okay.
There we go.
Sorry, guys.
Solved.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
Talk about that in therapy.
Guys, the number is 7.
Wow.
The number is 7, and it looks like Rafe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good old Rafe is on the hot seat.
Did not see that coming. All right, cool.
Rafe is on the hot seat. Okay, Rafe.
Yeah.
In 10 seconds, I need you to name at least 7 rap artists.
Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Eminem, Busta Rhymes, Cypress Hill, Nas, DMX. That's 7,
You
right?
good?
Yeah,
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, buddy.
right.
Yeah, buddy.
You good?
I would argue
a lot of
Cypress Hill is
words.
a band of rappers.
We actually.
Do I get credit
said
for 2 then?
I said bands count. I said if you could say Tribe Called Quest, that counts as a
Good
rap
to know.
artist.
Good to know.
All
It
right.
is now 1-1. Hey.
It's that fine line. There's a lot
It
of
was good.
lot
That
of
was
words
good.
in there.
You did the right thing. We're
Nice
tied
work,
up.
sir.
Bring it home.
Taking it to the streets.
Taking it to the street. Now, guys,
Yeah.
the next category in Do It Bitch is zodiac signs.
Oh, no.
Zodiac signs. Now, there are only 12.
Sure.
Your wheelhouse.
I know. I'm so jealous. Didn't get this
Zodiac
question.
signs.
Are you going to start with him
We're
now?
going to start with Lern.
Oh.
Because I started with Moon last time.
Okay.
Lern, in 10 seconds, how many zodiac signs can King Scott name?
2. Probably his own and his
Jesus's.
wives and Jesus's.
Yeah.
Jesus was Capricorn. Jesus was
He's going to know Capricorn and his own.
Jesus was a Capricorn.
I mean, yeah, Moon can do 3.
Can Moon do 3? Okay. Can King Scott do 4?
Yeah, he could probably do 4.
4. Can Moon do 5?
He's got so many kids. I bet he could.
You think King Scott can do 4
Yeah.
astrological zodiac
I think
signs?
so. He's been paying attention to my weird stuff.
And just, it's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces.
Right.
Can Moon do 5?
This is tough because I think Moon can either do them all or do none. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like I can't. That guy's a lockbox.
He's an enigma.
He either
wrapped up, you know.
he either will thinks this is the devil's handiwork
Right.
and has no knowledge of it, or he's a rock star who's probably
Or he studies this.
hit on it. Yeah, he studied it just to know thy enemy. Gosh, I'm tempted to just not bid any higher because I really don't know if he can do 4, but I'll go 5.
All right. Can he do 5? Can King
5.
Scott do 6?
Well, I know that he's going to know his own, and because he and Mal have the same one, and I'm always talking about being a stupid Aries.
It's on 6 for King Scott.
I don't think Scott can do 6. I'm going to say do it, bitch.
Do it, bitch.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Don't let me down.
Okay. All right, guys, we're on. The number's 5.
Oh, boy.
And Moon, you're up.
Okay.
Good.
Lauren, you want to go over there and start the clock?
Mike, it looks like you're getting us tickets.
It is 1-1.
You've really been using this Bigfoot here.
I know it's
It
eyeballs.
is 1-1. All right, Moon, lock in. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
In 10 seconds, I need you to name at least 5 zodiac signs.
Taurus, Pisces, Aries, Cancer, Sagittarius. There you go.
You did it.
We're done here.
Wow.
Well done.
Dang. I'm impressed.
Did it.
Good
Is that a
job,
win?
man.
Is my butt safe? Is that a win?
No,
No.
Oh.
it's 2.
Thought it was best
It's
2
only
out of
2.
3. Here's a Bigfoot.
No, it's best of 5.
Give me that thing.
Impressive, buddy.
Good job, man.
That was.
Hey,
I tell
Lauren.
you what, that was tough.
And you made the right
Yeah,
call.
because I don't know
I
anything
know.
about that.
I stopped at 4.
That's what we had that conversation.
We weren't sure if you knew everything about it
I
or
said
nothing
he'll
about
either
it.
nail this or he'll know 0.
All right.
I don't know.
Nailed
Chris
it.
Christopherson said Capricorn.
You nailed it.
Out.
Thanks,
Funny, 'cause
guys.
that's the one we said you'd know.
That's hilarious.
What was it? What did I say? Did I say Capricorn?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know what I said.
Okay, the category is television cartoons.
Ooh, television cartoons.
Now, doesn't if they say Bugs Bunny, does that count?
Yeah.
Because it's Looney Tunes, right? Is there is
Oh, so not the stars. You want the name of the show then, not like the individual characters.
it what? Did Bugs Bunny have his own cartoon?
I don't know about that.
That is a
Let's
good
find
question. Because, yeah, the Looney Tunes logo is popping in my brain because it always plays before Bugs Bunny.
Let's see.
He probably did have some kind of...
Okay, it says Bugs Bunny official debut was in his own cartoon.
Okay, so he had his own cartoon.
And then he was in a Porky Pig cartoon. Yeah, but I don't even know if they called those by titles other than Warner Brothers or Looney Tunes.
All right, we'll count. So if they say Bugs Bunny, it'll count as its own, okay?
Okay.
For the sake of this game. So television cartoons.
Okay, here's one called Bugs Bunny Superstar. Bugs and Daffy Wartime Cartoons. Yeah, we're going to count
We'll
that.
count it. We'll count it. All right, we'll start with Moon. How many television cartoons can Rafe Williams name in 10 seconds?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say he can do... oh, man. I'm going to say he can do... I mean, we're in the lead. We got nothing to lose here, baby.
Except for...
He can do 5.
5. Can Lern do 6?
Lern could easily do 6.
I'm waiting for you to say, do it, bitch. Instead, like you did last time.
Can Rafe do 7?
Do it, bitch.
Do it, bitch. All right. 6.
He's very confident. Do you see how confident he is?
Yeah. So it's 6. Number 6, guys.
That's my favorite number.
Is 6. 6.
That's good.
6. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Pause.
0.
Number 6. Oh. Lern, you're up.
Please.
Get ready.
All right, everybody, you get ready. You
Here
want
we
it,
go.
you got it.
Lern in 10 seconds. I need you to name at least 6 television cartoons.
Daffy Duck, Daisy Duck, Pluto, Goofy, Marvin the Martian, Wile E. Coyote, The Roadrunner, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck.
I mean...
That's a no.
But
Why?
you said Bugs Bunny would... I guess
Bugs Bunny would.
Look up
He didn't say cartoon
What are we-
characters. He's talking
I
about
didn't say
cartoons.
cartoon
The Simpsons,
characters.
Family Guy,
I said cartoons. Television cartoons.
South
You're
Park.
telling me everything I just said to you wasn't a cartoon? What, you think they're real?
I felt bad at how much he was nailing the other category.
What?
But knowing
Excuse
that
me.
it was
What the
not
hell did I just say?
Well,
You said
you said
characters.
characters.
Yeah, but maybe they all
said-
have their
On
own
cartoons.
offshoots.
I said television cartoons.
I watched those cartoons that I just rattled off to you, gentlemen, on a television. So tell me how those are not TV cartoons.
I like your argument.
Yeah.
I will
see here.
quit this
But
show right now.
He was looking for...
I was looking for The Simpsons.
I don't know what to
I was
do
looking for South Park. I was looking for...
Oh,
not,
yeah.
Family
We all
Guy.
knew.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about?
What the hell is a Looney Tune then? Is that not a cartoon?
That's a show.
Yeah, but
That's
you
the
didn't
show.
say Looney
That's the
Tunes.
show.
If you had said that, that would
Looney
have been
Tunes
right.
is what Daffy Duck, Wile E. Coyote, and all those characters are on.
Cartoons are...
He was
No,
looking
Daffy
for,
Duck had his
right.
own show, though.
He's looking for Muppet Babies.
Wait,
He's
hold
looking
on.
for
He's looking for
I'm
Animaniacs.
going to look up
Videos.
famous
Yeah, but Daffy
cartoons.
Duck had his own show.
did. I
The
don't-
Daffy Duck Show.
Yeah, but it's
There was a
Series
couple-
1978.
There was a couple in there that might. You
Yeah, I
might
think
get.
every
I just
one
don't
of
think
them
there was
are all
enough.
going to...
I don't think there was enough.
That was very muddy then.
What do you
Because
mean
you
muddy?
Immediately you think cartoon, you think characters.
Get him.
No, I said television cartoons,
Get him.
not television cartoon characters.
But if you're going by the Bugs Bunny thing, then...
Whatever.
like,
I'll give-
Daffy
you know what?
is good.
This is so stupid.
Are you out of your mind?
This is the dumbest one you've
You
ever
nailed
done.
it. Hey, Lern, you nailed it.
I nailed it. I gave you 10
This is for Mike, and he's
cartoons.
getting robbed. I'm telling you.
No.
No? Yes. The kids are on my side.
Yeah. We're going to play
gonna
this
watch-
back,
hey,
and you
I'm
guys are
gonna
going to be
watch my
embarrassed.
Sunday cartoon.
I said television cartoons, not television cartoon characters.
Well, it was not very clear. Cartoon
Are you-
is,
how could it
is
be-
used
how
interchangeably.
could it be
cartoon
not
is,
clear?
Nobody says cartoon characters
Everybody
in the year
listening to this
2024.
knows what I
People
meant.
say cartoon.
Except for one person.
Because he didn't say cartoon shows. I will say that.
You said cartoons on TVs. You said TV cartoon. What the hell did you even say? I don't even know because I went straight to my cartoon bin where all the characters live in my heart. And I just gave you my heart on the radio, dude.
That was. I'm going to be honest. Best
10.
you've ever done at this game.
I agree.
Yeah, that was
Best, best she's
incredible.
ever done in the game. That was wrong.
It's the best you've ever done, and you will be
She
awarded
rattled off
no
10
points.
things and
You
calm.
should have said,
the titles. of
Calmly
TV
went.
I'm fired up right now.
Didn't let her brain get the best of her. Calmly kept her heart rate down and just didn't listen.
I hate you so
man.
much, Scott. I hate you right now.
Oh!
I hate Scott Rizzuto. Title of the pod, I hate Scott Rizzuto. Little
Man.
5'3" people hate Scott Rizzuto.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Shoot me in the ass. Just go. I'm sorry, Scott.
No, you did great. You did great.
I'm. You know what? Listen.
Because I could play those back. We'll figure it out.
I will.
guarantee all of them.
I'm looking at the instant feedback comment. It's like 50-50.
Because I guaranteed all of them have had their own shows.
It's 50-50. It is, honestly, it is. Look, Rafe, you got the instant
You never
feedback, too.
said
I'm looking
show.
at
It's
it.
about 50-50.
It's Fire Riz.
Yeah.
Should have said cartoon show. I'm with Lern.
If everybody agrees,
Take the L, Lern. Take the
everybody in
L.
this
Long
room
you
agrees,
lost.
Nobody's going to
we will
agree.
redo. We will
That's not how
redo.
it's gonna do.
Erroneous.
Only if Moon and
Justice for Lern.
Hey, only if Moon and Rafe
jumping on
agree
the
to a redo of the round, I will concede.
She'll do great this time.
As for the guy that's typically arguing,
I'm leaving it up to you. If you do not agree, if Rafe and Moon do not agree on a redo of the round,
listen, it's typically in my job description to be the one that argues here, and it always goes really well with the audience for me. I mean, they love me.
just yes or no. Should
for
we redo
that.
the round?
Yeah, I'm
Round redo?
I'm fine with that. I'm
Okay.
fine with it. Thank you for
It's
letting me
fine.
finish.
No need to finish.
If we redo the round,
Lovely.
does she just have to do the number blind on a
No,
category of your
we'll
choosing?
send
or
him
we're going
out
back
again
out?
and we'll rebet. Woo! Get out, and we'll
Lern,
rebet.
Nice
I
work.
appreciate this. Thank you. I'm not going to murder anybody later.
Yes.
I'm actually. I didn't want you to. I'm actually conceding here.
Because out of
I should have.
You're conceding.
Yeah.
I'm the competitor. Rafe and I are the competitors that are conceding. You're waffling. We're
should
conceding.
have said shows. Knowing her, I should have said shows.
that was good. Because I do think, according to our Bugs Bunny argument, there's enough of those in there were
Fine.
shows.
Here we go. The category is Major League Baseball teams. Major League Baseball teams. Okay, we'll start with.
No, you'll start with me because that's how we're doing a redo.
Yeah.
Did I start with you last time?
Yeah. This is a redo, right?
Why are you telling me what to do?
Well, you just let somebody else tell you what to do.
Wait, no, I put it up for the vote. Not
Back
because,
yourself out of all of
not
this.
because you're telling me anything. I'm going to go with you first.
Okay.
How many Major League Baseball teams can Rafe name?
Okay, now, if he says the city, does it count? If he
No.
says Arizona,
I need the actual. I need the actual team name.
Team name.
I will say Major League Baseball team names.
And by MLB, not
Yeah,
Juice
Major
Pro.
League. He just said Major League Baseball.
Major League
Okay.
Baseball teams.
I'm going to say that Rafe can do a solid 6.
Yeah. Another question is previous teams that are no longer named, sort like the Expos.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Okay,
fine, right?
Is it Moon?
Because it's a Major
Is
League.
Browns.
It is a Major League Baseball team.
Okay.
I'm going to say current. Okay. I took my coffee.
Okay.
Current.
All right.
Okay.
Major League Baseball team names.
I keep the number at 6. 6. Rafe can do 6.
Yeah.
Scott, what do you got?
Lern could do 7.
All right, do it, bitch.
Okay.
All right, come on in. I'm sorry.
Moon. Jesus Christ.
That's not what you should call
Stop
me.
mowing my lawn.
He'd be good at mowing yards.
God. Is there a contestant yelling at Alex Trebek to get on with Final Jeopardy?
Dude,
I don't know how you turned me into a bad guy and everything.
I don't know, but I told Lern in the hallway, I go, there's a heated argument going on, and I bet it's not about,
100% right.
I bet it's not even about the game. It's
Yeah, it was,
probably
it was.
about something else.
It was.
Okay. The number is 7. Lern, you're up.
So we could have just done this the way I suggested.
Number 7. Lern in 10 seconds. I need you to name at least 7 current Major League Baseball team names.
Baltimore Orioles, St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago Cubs, the Atlanta Braves, the LA Dodgers, the New York Mets, the New York Giants, and the Texas Rangers.
Oh!
Rangers was after.
You got it in. You got it in.
How so? Rangers was after.
No, it wasn't.
You sure about that, man?
She said Texas. She's already saying
She got
Texas
it
Rangers.
just in time.
Yeah. You did it the big boy route,
She got it
too.
just
So
in
you
time.
didn't have
Because New York Giants would not have counted.
So as long as you start your last answer before the beep, you're good.
I had it as a good. I had it as a good.
Sounds good. 2-2.
I had it as a good.
Mike!
Buzzer beater. Yeah.
Yes.
You just did that twice.
Let me hear.
All right, listen.
Let me see what feedback's saying on that.
We got to take a break. We'll finish the final round after the break, okay?
Oh, man, this is a
Sounds good.
We'll take a break. We'll finish right after the break. It is 2-2. Just under the bus. Damn it. I thought you would have ended on New York Giants, and I would have laughed in your face. It's 9:05. It is Tuesday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. We got 2 lanes blocked due to an incident 270 southbound just after Dorset. Your point forecast today, scattered evening rain, high of 69. Right now it's 60 at the Point Studio.
Ever asked for a ticket? Final round of just the two of us. Not just the two of us. Do it, bitch. I'm all messed. Dude, this is a disaster, this game.
Yeah.
Disaster.
That's been great. I think
All right, it's team
Radio
Lern
show
King
sets
Scott.
record for longest on-air game.
Lern and King Scott versus Rafe and Moon. So who goes out in the hallway? Final round.
The Cousin
I guess
Brothers.
we will.
Okay.
Cobros.
You want to go in my spot, Riz?
No.
Okay.
Get out.
Give you a chance.
Get out, Cobros.
Cobros gotta go. Cobros gotta go. Cobros gotta go. Bye bye. Ho ho. Santa Claus. All right.
Okay.
Let's
This is it. Final round.
All right.
Final round.
That was
So,
professional filling dead air. Thank you.
in 10 seconds, and we'll start with Lern.
Okay.
How many U.S. states can Scott name that end in the letter A?
Okay, so like Alabama and Alaska and
Right.
Nebraska.
There are 21 states that end in the letter A.
Oh, God.
How many can King Scott name in 10 seconds? Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, South Dakota, Virginia, and West Virginia.
He can do 4,
4.
I bet.
5.
Moon could do 5.
I bet he could do 6.
Scott to 6. Can Moon do 7 for the win?
Do it, bitch.
Let's go. This man
6.
is a world traveler. He is
Scott,
of
so the number is
nation.
6?
The number is 6.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't think he can fight. Well, never mind.
Okay. Guys.
Yeah.
The number is 6. And I'm just telling you. There could be no arguments on this one. Am I right?
Well, we'll see.
Oh, God.
We tend to find a way, but we'll find out.
Life finds
Scott,
a way.
you're up.
Yay.
Moon?
You got this.
Yes.
No pressure.
Clock.
This is good.
Clock.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Scott.
Scott.
In. Just kept repeating everything I was saying. Scott, in 10 seconds, I need you to name at least 6 U.S. states that end in the letter A.
Montana. Let's see here. California, Alaska, Florida. Where am I at? Oh my gosh.
Bend over, baby. It's over.
Alabama, Georgia.
There's 21 altogether.
Carolina,
Damn it.
Carolina.
It's okay.
Dang, that's
There's
tough.
21 altogether.
That was hard.
You know what?
That was
We'll
hard.
take these shots for our friends because we're
And
real
that
men.
means Rafe and Moon are the champions.
I hate you all.
Yeah, that's what she was telling me in the hallway. She's doing it for us, taking the shots for her friends.
Oh, was there anything wrong with that?
No,
With that
Riz,
category?
there wasn't. You did
Okay.
a great job.
Yeah, excellent job.
Yay
today.
for you.
Congratulations, Mike.
Yeah, sorry, Mike.
Sorry, Mike.
I normally don't lose this. This is a tough day for me. Sorry.
Okay.
That was a tough
It's like
one,
my
man.
second or third time losing.
That was a tough one. And in the end, Rafe and Moon are victorious.
Ooh, no, so
Congratulations, fellas. The big winners. Oh, now we got to spin the wheel to see if I'm shot.
Let's see how this
join
goes.
us.
So
Join
the wheel
Let's see if
spins.
justice in the universe
Am I
will
going
be
to be
served.
shot?
Learn.
Along with King Scott and Lern.
Oh.
And I will not be shot today.
What a day.
Oh, what a day for me.
What a day.
What a day. Everything's coming up, Riz, isn't it? I'm getting eviscerated on, by the way, our instant feedback
Why?
for giving Lern a second chance.
Well, that's...
No. Well, that was you put it to a vote, and
It's fine. I'll take it.
we're all responsible for
I've
that.
been called a puss. I've been called all sorts of names
Yeah,
today.
simp.
So.
What else have you been called?
Yep.
All the words.
That was
Simp.
These people can suck it.
I know. That was a tough one. Especially if you start west.
Yeah, I should have just.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Montana.
Get up against the wall.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you got some medicine to take.
All right.
You got some medicine to take. And this is what happens to losers, guys. Losers get shot.
I might pee my pants a little. I gotta go pee so bad.
God.
All right, here we go, Mooners.
3, 2,
For all the glory. Oh, there is Scott getting shot in the tushy, and here comes Lern's. Oh, yeah, I hope that hurt a little extra today for you.
That one hurt.
Because you called me some bad names today.
I know. I did look you dead in the eye and tell you I hate you, Scott Rizzuto.
That was into my soul.
Moon never seems happier until.
He actually does that.
That is like his peak of happiness right there.
What are you talking about? I'm just doing my duty.
Peak of happiness.
Dude, it's hurting me.
Somebody brought up a good point. I'm glad we didn't get there, but they were like, what if he would have said Missouri? And I was like,
Oh, that
see?
is a great one.
I knew there'd be something that could have been
Yeah, but that's not
possible.
how it's spelled.
Well,
And what was the question
you
again?
Google it.
Ends with
How many
A.
U.S.
States
states
end with A.
end with the letter A?
Okay.
We just learned, well, you learned today that Hawaii does not.
Because
He
A
goes,
couple of eyes
he
behind
goes, let's
it,
see,
yeah.
Montana. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, we're off to a good start.
you
I
got
should have
the way
said
this
Chihuahua because that's part of the United States and
No.
Mexico. I could have said all
All right, we got
those.
time for a couple emails. Moon1057thepoint.com or send us instant feedback through the Point mobile app.
Email is brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's go into entertainment review. So growing up, me and my wife didn't watch a lot of movies, and especially what would be considered the classics. Over the last couple of weeks, we started watching some. We started with Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, then Pulp Fiction in the next couple weekends. We have Godfather and Scarface all lined up. What are some classics that you guys would recommend that we shouldn't miss? Thanks. Love the show. Team Riz member Michael. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Have you seen Goodfellas? I mean, I'll go to my default.
Yeah, that is your go-to.
Like my favorite movie, Goodfellas. Have you seen it? If you just saw The Godfather, maybe not.
Would you suggest Star Wars for somebody that isn't?
If an adult sees Star Wars for the first time, is it the same as watching it
I think so.
as a kid?
No.
I don't think so.
Same
I
as
think
watching
you're-
it as a kid, definitely not, but still something to be.
I think it's still fairly
appreciated.
entertaining.
I mean, maybe for the cultural aspect of it.
Yeah.
Lauren, have you ever seen Star Wars
Yeah. But I watched it for the first time when I was a child.
as a child?
And what was the question exactly? Just great films to
Classics.
Yes, that they've
Classic films?
may have
Okay.
missed or would have missed.
like Raising Arizona. That's a good one.
HBO Max has the classic film section now where it's all the well-known. Just start there. Like there's hundreds of them.
Mm-hmm.
You want a classic movie out of left field? The Deer Hunter.
It's a cute one.
That's
watch
heavy,
that.
boy. How about
He wants classic movies.
How about something Spielbergy like Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Great movie. Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
See it, watch it.
E.T.,
We are throwing
Goonies,
darts all over.
Predator, Platoon. There's
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, those are
There
good.
you go. Plenty
Team
of movies.
America World Police.
Next.
Let's go to
Classic.
food emails. Howdy, fellas and Mrs. Fella.
Hi.
On the subject of banana and peanut butter sandwiches, years ago, you were talking to Kerber, and he posted a photo of his sandwich on Twitter, and you guys were praising him for cutting the banana the proper way for sandwich use. And for the life of me, I can't remember. Was it little medallions or slicing banana into half and then put it in on the peanut
I
butter
believe I saw him slice it in half and
Well-
then quarters.
Lengthwise?
Yeah.
sandwich? I can see
That's
that.
the smart way to do it.
Yeah, it makes
I
sense.
agree.
Like if you're going to cover a peanut butter, like a peanut butter on white bread, you go half and then quarters. You have full coverage. You don't got little medallions sliding around.
Yeah, because you
Funky
put the
gold
medallion down
medallions.
and it's really tough to, it's so tall.
I do kind of like this idea, though.
What?
Never done it before.
We got to shoot you again, man. Get over
All
it.
right.
Sorry.
That's the smart way to do it. You slice it in half.
Half.
Not in half long ways. You're talking about long ways, right?
Yeah, long ways, and then quarter that.
Right.
A lot of animosity in here right now, dude.
Damn it, Lern. What is your problem today?
Half and half.
My bitch valve is just to the right.
She won this game twice already.
Yes, that's the proper way to do it. Next.
Let's stay with food. What up, cuh? Happy birthday, Riz. Listening to Friday's podcast, you guys are talking about snacks while high. Peanut butter and jelly with pickles.
We were not high.
No,
on air. We were on air.
Super baked.
We were not high. Speak for yourself,
snacks while high. This guy says peanut butter and jelly with pickles. You don't put the pickles on the sandwich because we're humans and not animals. But you take 2 or 3 bites of a PB&J, chew, swallow, then you eat a pickle slice. Take a bite or 2 of the spear or a whole pickle, chew and swallow, then back to the sandwich. The combination of sweet and the PB&J with a spicy, sour saltiness of the pickle complement each other in a way that makes the experience amazing. Every time. My wife thought I was out of my mind, but wound up trying it whilst high, obviously, and said, "Why is this so effing good?"
Because sober, you're not going to like it.
No, you do like it. I love a pickle spear with the peanut butter and J.
I don't think I've ever had it.
I don't know if I've had that.
I'm not opposed to it.
Seems pretty good. That was Jake, by the way.
I'm not opposed to it. You got a sweet and kind of vinegary, savory thing. Yeah, it'll work. Okay, thank you.
We're good to go.
Next.
Can kids age 5 to 6 go to Point Fest?
Yes.
Technically, yeah. Why would you want to bring? Why? Why would you want to bring them?
It's a long day for a kid.
It's a long day, but listen, if you want to,
like it.
That's not true.
A 5 and 6 year old.
I played shows for plenty of kids of that age that love rock and roll, especially if they're hanging with a parent. If a mom or dad loves rock and roll, and you want to expose them to that,
I don't think so.
It's not as wild as it used to be.
It's not that it's wild. They're not going to like it. They're going to like it for 3 seconds and then be pains in the asses.
Maybe.
Well, that's what they get for bringing their kids.
Get a babysitter.
There are some concerts that are more appropriate than others. I think Point Fest is a green light if you so wish. I would not plan on being there the entire day and evening with a 5 and 6 year old for sure.
It's gonna be not a good time for you. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Can you feel the punk tonight?
I'm telling you, it's not going to be a good time. You're going to bring a 5 and 6 year old.
Nice.
They're gonna be okay. They're gonna be well behaved for 45 minutes, and then they're gonna be pains in the asses. They're gonna want to run around.
Yeah.
It's gonna be loud. These are a lot of like heavier bands.
Yeah.
At Point Fest this year, they're not gonna like it. I'm telling you.
They might like it. They might like
I don't like
Avatar because he's all dressed up with his makeup.
That's gonna be good for them for 3 minutes.
You never know.
I'm telling you, they asked for. Is it appropriate? Sure, you could bring the kid. You are not gonna have a good time.
Look at your kid in the face and go, "Hey, man, are you cool?" And then if they say, "Yeah," bring them. And if they say, "What?"
5 years old.
Give them a drink of beer.
Yeah. Look them straight in the eye and say,
See if they're
"Get it
chill.
together."
If they pound the beer and they seem chill and they don't make a face, bring them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, leave them at home.
Say, "Get it together. This is rock and roll."
5 years old. There's a difference between a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Sure.
And a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old.
It's a good entry-level concert. What was your first concert? Point Fest in 2024.
They're not going to remember anything of it, and it's going to be miserable for you as the parent. I'm telling you. Don't do it. Do what you want, fine.
Okay.
You asked the pit, right? What was the question?
Hey, man, you're arguing with yourself at this point. We're on your side.
Can I bring a 5 and 6 year old to Point Fest? That was the question.
You can. Should you? Probably not.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Good morning, crew. My cousin was bitten on the leg by a copperhead snake at Sam A. Baker State Park. Remember we were talking about should you be sucking out the poison?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He went to the hospital. They put him on a heart monitor and they watched. They told him that the antidote is actually harder on the person than the poison. It's only used in absolute emergencies. His leg swelled up to his knee, and the next day he was feeling fine and then was released. Thanks for a great show, Tim.
Wow. So he didn't get the antidote.
I just read something in Australia. They're telling people, like, hey, if you get bit by a snake, please do not bring the snake to the hospital with you.
Oh, jeez. Just take a picture.
Take a picture, yeah. Identify the snake with a photograph.
There's been a rash of like people getting bit by snakes in Australia. Anything, you walk around the corner in Australia, there's 1,000 things that could kill you.
Can you imagine somebody limping in with holding up the head of a snake and it's wrapped?
I just read an article that like, please, dude, crikey,
Oh, crikey.
Crikey.
Stop bringing the snakes into the hospital with you.
That's awesome.
Especially if they're poisonous or venomous.
Right.
Because now you're putting other people in danger, you idiots. Take a picture.
I like the heart of it.
They all think they're Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
No, I mean, listen, I understand, like, hey, save the snake because maybe they might want to do something with it. But no, hospitals don't have a, what do you call a snake person? A herpetologist?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That sounds right.
Sounds right.
Sounds right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It could be something bad.
Or is that somebody that specializes in herpes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
I
too.
don't. Oh, by the way, I would, and somebody brought up a great point. The rules I follow, the rules I live by, is never trust a man in a bow tie, and never pay for sex. To add another one would be always assume every snake is a cobra.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, that's a good one.
I would like to add in a third one to my
I'm adding it
rules
to the
to
list.
live by list. Assume every snake is a cobra. And I have survived these 45 years.
You're a
living
wise
by
man.
these rules. Thank you. All right, thank you for your emails. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Quick sports report. It is 9:31. It is Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets available now at WWTRaceway.com. 2 lanes blocked due to an incident now, 270 southbound just after Dorset. Your point forecast, scattered evening rain, high of 69. Right now it's 60 at the Point Studio.
It's done. Yeah, very
I believe TJ Miller coming in on May the 10th. You're not here.
No.
That is
You're
awesome.
out. Are you out? You're out too, huh?
I'm
well,
out.
TJ Miller in.
Heck yeah. He was a great guest last time.
Sorry, guys.
Well,
Bummer.
All right, bummer indeed. Let's do sports. All right, Moon. Real quick, what do we got?
Sports presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Play, stay, dine at DraftKings at Casino Queen. Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Gorman came through with pivotal
Thank you,
home
guys.
runs to drive in the tying and winning runs. 5-3 walk-off win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Last year's National League pennant winners in the opening game of a 3-game series in front of an announced crowd of 33,000 at Busch. Club's first walk-off win since August 30th of 2023. It did snap a 4-game losing streak, thankfully. Gorman's game-ending 2-run homer came against left-handed Kyle Nelson, who held left-handed hitters to a 167 batting average and without an extra base hit this entire season. They go again against the Diamondbacks at Busch with a 6:45 start. You say you have that walk-off
Yes, I do.
audio? I want to hear it.
Nolan Gorman, the first, and he unloads. Deep right, track, wall, walk-off winner on the first pitch.
And that's what that sounded like. We got a walk-off.
Let's see. It's been an awesome start for the Yankees, but Aaron Judge cannot say the same for himself. The Yankees 14-7 on a young season, and Juan Soto has been as advertised, but their $360 million man is a prolonged slump so far, and fans are worried. The 2022 AL MVP, Aaron Judge, with a record-breaking 62 home run season that year, struck out 4 times on Saturday in the Yanks' 2-0 10-inning loss to the Rays. His batting average is 179.
4 strikeouts. That's the, you know what they call that? The golden sombrero.
That's right, and he was booed off for the golden sombrero. Booed off of the field.
What was his average?
His average right now is 179.
That's really good.
$360 million. He says, quote, "I've heard worse, but I would do the same thing in their situation." Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani set a new MLB record for the most home runs hit by a Japanese-born player ever. 176th career home run. Shohei surpasses former Yankee Hideki Matsui at 175, and Ichiro Suzuki is third on that list with 117. Real quick, Andy Reid has agreed to a new long-term contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll put all the details up on the blog about that deal. I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Thank you.
And, you know, in utero.
All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Thank you all for tuning in. Tuesday in the books. Hell of a program. There was yelling, crying,
shooting,
hugging,
bitching, moaning, name calling.
Yes.
One of us got fired. Tuned in to see who.
Yep. Yep. All right, Moon. Today's podcast is titled.
It's titled "Your Buttcrack Guy." Cool.
All right. All right. What else?
Well, the wrap up is brought to you by Jack in the Box Jack Wraps. A little bit of healthy, a little bit of indulgence, only at Jack. Spring Fling coming up May 4th, Redbud, Illinois at Vice's, Teenage Dirtbags, Alabama Dirtbags, and then May 11th, it's the big show for Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? Big shows, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Thank you. Learn.
I'm going to be at the Alley this Saturday with my band, 8 to 11. It's a free show. It's in Washington, Missouri. They're having their Blues Fest, so come on out and see us. We'll be indoors, and you can follow me at Lern versus Radio on the socials.
All right, thank you, Learn. Rafe.
Follow me on at I am Rafe Williams on all the social media platforms. I will be in Springfield, Missouri this weekend performing at the Kenny DeFore Fest, which is a tribute to my friend Kenny DeForest, who unfortunately passed away earlier in the year. It was going to be a fun time filled with basketball and comedy and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm performing at 6:30 on Saturday and during the day on Sunday. Check the comedy at the Blue Room in Springfield, Missouri. Go to the Blue Room's website, and at 11 a.m. I'm doing a live #2 show in that vein. We're going to be talking about friendships and maybe call in for advice or a story, and I'm going to might have a special guest that will pop in and join me, and we'll chop it up and give you some advice on your friendships. 818-532-1420. See you in an hour.
Yep, live #2 show. And King Scott.
Yeah, make sure to follow King Scott Rules. I got a big show coming up. It is called Can You Feel the Hunk Tonight? And I'll be playing, so it'll be really
it's
cool.
It's going to be the same day as Can You Feel the Punk Tonight?
So get your wallets out. It'll be a big day.
That is something that I and many women listening would like to come see.
He bought a hunk pizza from Pantera's Pizza, and he can get to feel it up at the show.
No, he's going to be outside the
feel
pageant
the hunk
with
tonight?
a sock on his wiener, just swinging it around.
And you have one of those plastic chests, so
Basically
torsos
magic.
on?
Yeah.
Right on.
So it'll be a good time. So yeah, King Scott Rules.
All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our teamers. Remember the day brought to you by Hot Shots. St. Louis home for Blues hockey from O'Fallon, Missouri. Michael Deshawn is our team.
Yeah, Michael!
Michael wants to hear this song. Here it is from Michael.
Baseball.
Nope, and we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.